Hey, what's happening, guys? Welcome to another edition of PWT Live Show.
Yeah.
Things are going. Really good. Everyone say what's up to Chris Benoit, the new PWT official moderator of the chat. Yeah, he's here with us. Round of applause for Chris Benoit. Everyone shout him out. I see the members in the chat. Guys, we're going to watch Dynamite, which starts in like half an hour, 20 minutes. We're going to, I got tons of, Wednesdays I was like, we're going to do the game show. But, I might game in a bit, but maybe not. I'll probably just kick it and chill. And it's because I have so much Philmarks bookmarks and I have so much dummy Dave moments to get to, etc. And
Dummy, yeah.
And some friends might pop in, perhaps Paul Nolan, perhaps who knows might pop in, right? Everyone's got the link. They know who they are. They can come in. And someone saying you started streaming during Booker T Street. Yeah, sorry, buddy. I can dig that, sucker, but you're going to have to come hang out with me. I don't know if he's live watching Dynamite or what, but shout out Booker T. He's one of the GOATs. And shout out his co-host. That show's awesome. I'd be watching it too. Everyone's live streaming now. All the vets in the wrestling game, they're all starting to, hop on the train. Eric Bischoff's doing the live streams now and everything. So I ain't hating on it, but it's funny. The old heads are, as Dax Harwood would call them, the old ass head podcasters, wrestling YouTubers would fucking, they're jumping on the train now. So good for them. Let them get on that. We're just letting people file in right now. If you haven't yet, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. You guys know throughout the show, I'm going to make you hit likes. Otherwise we ain't gonna do shit. No, I'm just kidding. But everyone say what up to Chris Benoit. He's there. Another good fellow Canuck who's in the chat. He'll be in pretty much every show moderating the chat. You guys are telling me I need a mod, so there it is. And I see Jess in the chat. Member Jess. We'll try and read all the members' chats. It's virtually impossible. You guys know that. So, super chat, whatever. If you really need to get what you have to say heard or seen or whatever, guys, I got lots of bookmarks. We got lots of juicy stuff. If you haven't yet, check out Pro Wrestle Times podcast number 60 with Evil Dose, and two-time Grammy Award winner Marty McFlyer. Then you also appeared on the show again, and he broke down why everyone on Twitter's mad at Swerve. Basically, we brought up Black Twitter and why that section of Twitter is like mad at fucking Swerve, and he broke it down for people who don't understand why. And then also we Evil Dose basically broke down, like, he claims he has inside sources. And again, we're not a dirt sheet, we're not breaking the news, but Evil Dose, he breaks down his little he has an inside source with WBD apparently, and we just broke down basically AEW's TV deal, and every single day a little extra nugget of information comes out that sort of validates Dose a little bit more and more. And so I don't know, man. Just check out that show if you didn't. It dropped this morning. It's pre-recorded. We time cop. It's the best movie ever. John JID says Philmark's bookmarks are going to go crazy. Time to crack open the Coors Light. What? Get Paul up in here. What? Yeah, Paul might tap in. He's in Argentina, so he's 3 hours ahead. We'll see what's up. I know he likes to watch Dynamite along with me. And we're going to see what happens on Dynamite. We're going to react to it. I love doing it. Philmark's bookmarks are going to go crazy. It's a mess, guys. There's a mess of all types of shit in there. I don't know what order. Sensei Segway is going to have to work overtime because I don't know what order we're going to do it in. I don't know how I'm going to cover it all. I see someone in the chat. What's good with all my seat fillers? Yeah, so Dynamite at Jacksonville show, Daly's Place, I believe, and that's their home base. And they're paying seat fillers for this Dynamite, guys. So I don't know. We're gonna go through this. People think we're just an AEW hate channel. That is not the case, and you guys know that. But we're gonna obviously clown some shit here. You know, like Tony Khan admitted a lot. He admitted there's no max deal. He admitted that Mercedes Moné isn't even fucking cleared physically to compete until Double or Nothing. Guys, 30 of you in here, please get those likes up to like 20 if you don't mind. I'm sure a bunch of you will flock in throughout the night. And yeah, hit that like and subscribe. If you guys notice, it's a little confusing, but there's a method to the YouTube madness. There's a reason that with just audio, I was able to blow this channel up. And there's a reason why there's multiple channels and they're both becoming successful. And I just want to thank you all. We're almost at 3K subs on the main channel, Pro Wrestle Clips, and Pro Wrestle Times channels working its way to 700, almost 1,000. And there's a method to the madness. A new member, Shaggy Filth 73. Shout out Shaggy Filth 73. Guys, you can become, thank you so much for becoming a member, and you can gift memberships, guys. They're 99 cents. Both channels get you both things. If you're a member of Pro Wrestle Times channel or Pro Wrestle Clips channel, it's all the same perks. If you're on the Patreon, it's all the same. Speaking of which, we have to shout out our tribal chiefs. Consider becoming a tribal chief member. It's a little more expensive, but you get acknowledged on the show. Shout out Shaggy Filth, and shout out our tribal chiefs, Gilgamesh, Rouse J 1199, Sal Dossry, Kyle Mulkey, Joseph Morales, Derek Hance, Liam McBlain, Cruz Madrid, Sask Prophet, Ninja Boy, and Savage Wrestling Podcast. You are our tribal chiefs who we acknowledge. And yeah, you can get tribal chief status anywhere, Patreon, YouTube memberships, whatever. And yeah, if you're feeling frivolous, like I said, you can gift them, join up. They're 99 cents fucking Canadian, boys. Okay, boys and girls. Okay, so hit that like, please. Hit the subscribe. Both channels, Pro Wrestle Times, Pro Wrestle Clips. And if you guys notice over on Pro Wrestle Times, the live stream is members only while it's live. Well, what I used to do is I would, before that channel was capable of getting members or monetization, if you will, what I would do is I would have to re-upload the live stream. Like, I didn't want to go live with it. But because of you great PWT listeners, the top pod listeners have gotten us over with YouTube so much, they sort of fast-tracked us and are closely monitoring our channel, the PWT channel. And so yeah, I mean, that's just been working out really well. And so what I do is I live stream to both and make it members only. And then once this ends on this channel, I switch it to members only. And then I fucking make the other version public so you can just watch it right away. Do you understand what I'm saying? So members have access all the time and earlier access. And then you can just watch the live show replay if you missed it on the other channel immediately following the end of this show. There's a method to the madness. And yeah, PWT growing faster than AEW. Thank you, Woody Allen. Yeah, we're trying, man. It's because of you guys. I thought I became a member during the Dose stream, but it doesn't show. My friend, you might be a member on one channel and not the other. And that's why we only do 99 cents. YouTube's like, oh, charge them $4 for membership. Nah. You know, $2 Canadian. You can be a member of both channels. So just become a member to both channels if you don't mind, if that's not a burden to you. And either way, you know what I mean? I have, it's all under the same umbrella. So either way, you're not missing out. And I know who my members are. I can see it here. So don't worry. We got it locked down, Shaggy Filth. You're not missing out. And if you did join both channels, I just appreciate it. I'll blow you a kiss. Mwah. PWT. Yeah. I finally got a chance to catch you live. How we doing, brother? Fell into your channel and have become a huge fan. Thank you so much, man. Consider becoming a member. And yeah, you be a part of the show. Get your chat shown on screen. 40 of you watching. We've been going for about 10 minutes. So I think we're filed in right now. And I'm sure the shit will grow. I didn't know Booker T was live. Eric Bischoff was just live with Bully Ray too. Yeah, everybody's live now, okay? But PWT, the top pod, was in the building first and foremost. And hit that like button, y'all. Thank you all. Jake, what's up with you, buddy, man? It's good to see you in here. You're always here showing support. A lot of the usual suspects. And yeah, 46 of you watching. Let's get those likes up to at least 30, at least 35. Don't be stingy. We're at 9 likes, guys. Get us up to 30, and then we will get into Phil Marks bookmarks as we wait for Dynamite to commence. And yeah, we got a lot of Dave Meltzer cope. We got there's been releases. Man, we got a lot going on. We have John JID in chat saying, when is that members only live stream going down? You know, it's really a matter of, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up a members only poll, okay, on Patreon, on both the channels, and you guys are going to vote, and I'm going to tally up the votes on what the members only show should be. Should it be where you guys call in and I rotate you guys into the show and you can just come in, speak your piece? Is it going to be where I deep dive some shit or I review some classic stuff? I don't know. I'm going to ask you guys, and then you guys are going to tell me as members, and then we're going to do the members only live show. So when it happens, sooner than later, we're just building them up. I did say once we reach 100 members, that's when we'll launch the 100 member live show. But we're getting close to that, I think, between both channels and the Patreon. So we'll just, and then the Discord as well. I want to do a show for just the Discord members. If you guys can go down and join the Discord, it's lit, man. The funniest memes, you know, people are posting, not safe for work, but safe for work enough. You know, all the babes and the gents of in the professional wrestling world. We got tons of good discourse in there, so hit up the Discord as well. If you just want to hang out and chat, sometimes I'm in there, but just the community itself. If you guys like how this chat is, go in the Discord. It's pretty much the same thing. Say what's up to Chris Benoit. He'll be moderating, and that is the Discord as well, and hopefully in there every day. And yeah, guys, so let's get up to 30 likes, please. And then because I want to unveil Phil Marks bookmarks. We have Paul Nolan. We'll probably tap in a bit. You know, all of the friends of ours from other channels. Sorry, I'm just messaging some people back. And yeah, you never know who might pop in. Maybe Awful Wrestling, whoever. But guys, chat, what did you guys think? Let me talk to you about what did you guys think real quick. We reviewed Dynasty on Pro Wrestle Times podcast episode 60. What's up, Philly Phil? Nothing, man. It's good to see you, Mark A. Hicks II. And I see Avril fan in there. Let go. It's good to see you. So 50 of you in here. Let's get those likes. 30, 35, guys. Come on now. Let's go. Or I'm going to start doing Vince. Yeah. Where's the Discord? Crispin Waz got the link there. He'll drop it for you guys. Whatever you guys need, you can defer to Crispin, and he's got your backs, okay? So join the Discord and just come hang out. Drop your memes. Everyone's welcome to share whatever. You know, sometimes I'll be up in there just chatting with you guys. It all just really depends. Say what up to Avril fan. She's in there. Always chatting. One of our most active members in the Discord. So anyways, though, guys, we reviewed Dynasty on PWT Podcast 60. That came out this morning. Time Cop. Yeah, it was great. What do you guys think? Danielson, Osprey, greatest match of all time, or nah? Let me know in the chat. People are saying recency bias is a bitch. I agree, man. It's crazy. I like OC versus Ostrich better. It's so funny. People ostrich and shit, you know. I've seen a lot of funny ones. To me, the match was a 3 out of 5, and people are coping, and we're going to talk about it with a little Dave Meltzer in a bit. You know, he was coping and talking about, oh, Triple H was really fumbled this one, didn't he? And I don't know. It wasn't either Danielson's or Osprey's best match. Meltzer saying it's the best match ever on American soil. I don't think it was either of their best match, period. And I'm a huge stan of both of these people. You know what I mean? So I think it was like a 3 out of 5 is what I'd give it if we're going stars. The selling at the end by Danielson really bothered me. Him playing up real life injuries to a mad degree, knowing us fans know he's injured is just bad as fucked up to me. Yeah, I mean, Crispin's name is legit A+. Yeah, it's a joke. Crispin Hua, Wrestling Empire. Shout out M. Dickey. That's what he calls Chris Benoit on it. But yeah, Chris Benoit. That's what it is, guys. It's pretty savage. But yeah, so they're obviously working the injury angle, but that doesn't detract from the fact that Danielson was dropped on his head multiple times. Like that happens. So whether you guys want to acknowledge that, whether people want to admit that or not, he was dropped on his head. 60 of you in here. Let's get those likes up. We got to get up to like 50, but you got above 30. So we'll get into film marks, bookmarks, but no Meltzer until we get to 60 likes, guys. So speaking of which, I think I have some Danielson clips from that match potentially saved in my bookmarks. I don't know if I do. I just want to find them before I pull it up here. Yeah, we have a couple here. So we're talking about the match. Let's get into all the Ospreay stuff as we get into Phil Marks bookmarks. And yeah, guys, thanks so much for getting the likes up. We see someone first time watching live. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy. Consider becoming a member. It's 99 cents Canadian, bruv. And yeah, appreciate. And if you don't, just hit that like. That's all you can do. Hit the like and subscribe, and I'll appreciate that very much, man. It helps so much. You guys, like 2 likes helps the algorithm so fucking much, and especially on these live streams. Okay, so it's very important. But yeah, we're talking about Will Ospreay. We're talking about that match. Let me play a little tunes for you guys just for 1 second here while I have a little smoke. We're smoking that Pac Perry tonight. That Pac Perry got smoked. We're smoking it tonight. Dynamite's about to start. I'm going to get Dynamite on the thank you so much for hitting that like button, buddy. Thank you so much for that. But yeah, let's play. I'm gonna smoke some Pac Perry. I'm gonna crack open a Red Bull. Yeah. And we're gonna get Dynamite on the TV, and then we're gonna start talking some Will Ospreay before it starts here. Yeah, I saw some people like, we don't condone anything, folks. Diet Cokes are the best. Soda water is the best. And if you haven't yet, just take that time, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'm sure most of you have. If you're watching me over Booker T, if you're listening to me and watching me over Booker T, you for sure probably subscribe. So top pod listeners in the building, let's get those likes up. Let's run them up to 40. But yeah, so I also went through the entire Dynasty media scrum with Evil Dose and Marty McFlyer on Pro Wrestle Times podcast 60. So if you want to hear that and what I had to say about that, I mean, you guys can ask me questions in the chat or whatever, but if that's what you want to hear about, you know what I mean? Go listen to that show when you're done this or whatever. So 75 of you in here. Here we go. Numbers jumping up. Yeah, so Dynamite, yeah, we're about to turn it on. And they sold 2 tickets tonight. They're paying for seat fillers. We're going to talk about that. And they're in their home turf. That's like fucking WWE going to MSG and selling 2K tickets and paying people for fucking seat fillers. You know what I mean? That's pretty brutal, man. So guys, let me share this screen as we get into Phil Marks bookmarks. I need some. Paul Nolan's going to make me something for that. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to have to listen to my horrible ass shrieking. So here, via at Sitting in Gorilla, Will Ospreay and Danielson went down at AEW Dynasty, and at Sitting in Gorilla, go and give them a follow. I don't even know if I follow them. 81 of you guys in here. Let's get those likes up, man. So I'm going to follow Sitting in Gorilla. I actually didn't follow them. The match had worse. So this is them talking about the Danielson Ospreay match. The match had worse bumps. Bryan landed on his head off the Hurricane Rana attempt, yet no concern from the ref. Storm Driver was perfect back landing. You can't play off that move when you have worse bumps in the match. Doesn't make sense. Horrible acting by Bryan. So he's just speaking to it being a work, which it is. But let's just watch this, man. And I hope Don Stevens. Oh yeah, Don Stevens went hard as shit on PWT 60. like went so hard on it, man. I had to edit out so much of the press conference. So like, I'm sorry guys if it's choppy. That's all Don Stevens, probably watching the show right now. What up, Don Stevens? We're at 42 likes. Thanks so much, guys. 80 of you watching. Let's get up to 50, 60. But here's like Danielson's first bump. Now I got to do this diligently because Don Stevens comes hard at PWT, guys. Okay, so I gotta like do this very smartly and sort of mask this. So don't be mad at the excruciating pauses and scrubbing and why is he pausing so much? Why is he talking? So look at this. He goes for the Hurricane Rana. Watch Danielson. Right on his own fucking head. Boom. Like this is a guy with concussion, neck problems. Now you see he did protect himself. Like, now I know you guys are like, what? He protected himself. Like, look at his hands and his forearms and his like, see, but that head, boom, right there on the canvas. Boom. That's all of his weight. Now he was able to sort of use like his hands and stuff. You can see he's pushing himself up. Like it did break the fall more than like he's not as hurt as we think, but that is still horrible. And he's grabbing his head and neck. Ref doesn't do shit. He's just selling. Oh, I'm the man, bruv. I'm the man. Look at this. Like that's horrendous. Boom. Boom. Like, come on, dude. That's 200 pounds on your neck. And then you have this one here. So this is the Stormbreaker 91, bruv, or whatever it's called. Whatever they call the move. I mean, that's just brutal as is. Now, I think Danielson's working the whole not the neck surgery, but the whole, I'm having seizures and I'm injured and all that shit. I think that's all working. Red Bull and smoke, weird combo. No, it ain't, bro. When you work as much as me, bro, when you're doing as much PWT as me, bro, you gotta stay lively, man. You gotta keep a good vibe going. No, dude. So they're obviously selling it. The seizure was what it was. It's obviously a work. And it's just to retire this move, or like when he breaks it out, it's like, oh my God, he just broke out this move that he said he'd never break out. So I like that. But at the same token, when you're dealing with a guy like Danielson, man, it's like he's an injured motherfucker. He gets hurt, like he's not, I don't know. He just doesn't need to be doing this, man, but he does it for the love of wrestling. Like Danielson cut a promo, my heaven isn't virgins and a yellow brick road. It's me dying and bleeding in the ring here tonight, blah, 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 blah. And so, I don't know, dude. This one was brutal too. I think they're just working. Boom. But that's like brutal. Any man like who lands like that is rank. And then the whole storyline is that you're the best bruv. I'm the best bruv. We're all the best bruvs in the world at wrestling. But my ring IQ is so poor that when the ref steps in for a doctor stoppage, I just don't see it. And I just run past the ref and hidden blade the fucking guy who I just murked, and then I pinned him out, and then he seized out. It's just like, if you're the best in the world, like, where's your ring awareness? Like, you didn't notice what the ref was doing. You didn't notice the guy needed a doctor, but you're the best in the world at what? Doing moves and flips, Like, I love Osprey, but it's just the same goddamn thing all the time with these people. Like, oh, it's the best wrestling, bro. But like, where, how, in what way? Because you did athletic stuff. Like Tony sitting there. Yeah, it was my favorite. It's stressful. And so I hope Danielson's okay. I'm praying for the best. The match wasn't the greatest match of all time or any of this type of shit. I'm not playing any of the press conference, bruvs, because I will get fucking flagged, and I don't want this live stream. We already got a warning on the first ever live stream, so we're not doing all that. But
Osprey elevated.
Shut up, Excalibur.
Into the rope.
Yeah, especially the vault. I was like, holy jeepers, man. See that? Don Stevens is like controlling my comp and wants me to they got control of my Mac and want me to fucking hit play on that volume so they can pull this down. I have more on Will Ospreay here. He says some stuff, of course, as he does. He says some things. and I'm considering getting the blue check so I can organize my bookmarks better. So, oh man, we're gonna get into Dave. There'll be multiple Dave Meltzer dumb moments. So here's Osprey again. Here's an All Elite exclusive, and here's him like helping. So here's the acting and stuff. See, I really don't want to get pulled, but here's the acting they were doing after. Like,
Clear it.
he's looking at the camera to see where it is. Like, bro, if it was, they'd have him on like a stretcher if it was like neck and head shit. So it's obviously them working, not hating on it, working the injury angle, you know. Hit that like button, folks. Oh shit, we got people in there. Yeah, shout them out, man. Everyone hit that like. I appreciate you. The top pod listeners, the top pod bruvs. This is garbage. Oh, and here, guys, 92 of you in here. Dynamite's about to start, and I didn't turn it on. Give me 1 second, guys. So don't go anywhere. Don't tune out. Anything like that. Guys, do you want to hear from Chris Benoit? I'm gonna get this set up. Chris Benoit is gonna read some member chats. So Crispin, just any of the green ones, go ahead and talk to those guys for 2 seconds. Don't tune out. I'm just turning Dynamite on. I just need to go get something set up here. So Chris Benoit, everyone, a round of applause for him.
Yo,
Crispin.
hello. What's up?
Okay, so just read some member chats. They're highlighted in green, and give your opinion if you want, even though you don't know a shitload about wrestling.
Yeah, these guys don't know me much. I definitely don't know much about wrestling, but I do have a high opinion on things and will voice my opinion. But,
okay, well, how about this? So guys, everyone say what up to Chris Benoit. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to just get I'm going to get Dynamite showing here on the screen. I just want to put it on the big screen over here. And this guy, I want your opinion, Crispin, about tell the chat. That guy just got dropped on his neck. What do you make of that? And then they did an angle after the match where he was like having a seizure and shit. People think it's real. People think it's fake. What was your opinion on that?
Crispin Daddy, what up, Woody? Yeah. Let me see this then, Phil.
Well, I just showed you. You, right?
I did, and like that was what it is, and that's insane. Because like I don't watch live wrestling. I watch like clearly replays and like this podcast. But the worst part is I don't want to say as a normal person to say wrestling's fake because it isn't. It's clearly a lot of fucking talent and a lot of practice and dedication go into the art, and like I understand that, but that did not look good. And I like, oh my god, like that would break your neck, man. As a
absolutely,
guy. Like that's terrible.
Yeah, like a full-grown man landing on their neck. People are saying in the chat they open with Cassidy getting beat up by Trent. I'm already out. Yeah, so here I'm getting it on right now, guys. Sorry about the delay here.
No, all good. I see Jess here. I see Woody. I like that Woody Allen name, Crispin Daddy.
Absolutely.
I saw Jake earlier. I was saying what up, but
people don't tune out. Look at these motherfuckers tuning out because I'm talking to. Maybe they're offended by your name. Who knows? But everyone, that's a Chris Benoit. He's the mod. He'll be around. He'll hop in. He's been a good friend of mine for a long ass time. So round of applause for Crispin. He's going to go back to moderating the chat. Oh my goodness, I'm having trouble here getting this set up. Everyone's like, I tuned in to hear Phil trash fucking AEW on Dynamite and audio sucks. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Does his audio suck? Yeah, that's all good. That's all good, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned in. Orange Cassidy is coming out for their first match. Yeah, here, guys. Jesus, I don't even have it on. I'm slacking today, guys. I'm slacking today. Pockets is the worst. Nice to meet you. Yeah, everyone, just that's my guy. He'll be in there. Watch Chucky on USA Wednesday nights. Yeah, dude, I want to start watching that show. That is one that I have been trying to get into. And Chucky's connected in kayfabe to pro wrestling. He's been in WWE, in WCW, I believe, as well. Yeah. Well, at least it's just Orange Cassidy, and I'm not missing much, guys. So we have 78 of you in here. Let's get these likes up, and then here, guys, we're at 48 likes. Let's get up to like 60, 50, 60 likes. And yeah, I'll continue with some Dave stuff. I'm just getting Dynamite on, my word. Sorry about that, guys. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. You're awesome, Roy. Yeah, he's the man. He's just not super familiar. He's a hockey player, you know. He's a Canuck like me, and he's a hockey player. He's not but like if he's chilling with me and I put wrestling on, the dude's in. You know what I mean? Okay, the best friends are telling that each other that they love each other, and here. Okay, so now Trent's like, give the people what they want. They want a hug. He just beat. So basically, Chucky T's got to pick sides. Who gives a fuck about any of this? It's all just trash. Is he Canadian? Yeah, we're Canadians. We're Canadians, Avril fan. Let go. It's hard. You got to have the same name on both things. Just kidding. Can't worry about the complainers, bro. If someone offers constructive criticism, and that's legit as fuck. But let the whiny bitches whine. Yeah, guys. If his audio was fucked, who gives a shit? He was just. I brought him in here out of nowhere so I could run out of the room for a second. It's all good. So yeah, I guess Chucky T is picking Orange Cassidy. Trent Beretta. Now I've always said they got to do something with him. They haven't done yeah, don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it, Chris. But yeah, they have a good setup here, like in Daly's place, but there's nobody there. And they had to pay seat fillers, dude. We want Vance. So that's a guy who's like in Mexico and is never featured on this fucking TV show. You know, it's crazy. Danhausen has been gone. Yeah, he's a punk guy, and also he blocked me on X, and I don't know what I did. One time I made that video about like Danhausen was selling fake shirts or whatever, but I was just asking. You know what I mean? So maybe that triggered him. Here's Mox. Moxley is in the main event tonight. Even though he's the IWGP heavyweight champion, Swerve just won the AEW championship. And like, do y'all know what the fuck I'm saying? And he's not in the main event. He's fighting a guy who's like 0-5 this year in a title eliminator. So if he loses to Ospreay's friend randomly gets a shot at the belt. Like, it's the worst shit ever, and not even in the fucking main event. Okay? Like, the main event is like is because he's in hell. Yeah, bro. Crispin, bro, welcome to the live streaming world, Crispin. You're gonna get a lot of this shit, bruv. No, you're my guy. Yeah, the AEW championship is not in the main event. The audio's so bad. Okay, Sean Ross Sapp, S. Dot. Okay, Sapp, get out of here, bro. Go do your own thing. You know what I mean? I know you're losing viewers. Don't come over here fucking hanging out with us. But yeah, dude. So Moxley's been featured. He got this big homecoming, and then Will Hobbs gets a shot at the title all of a sudden. And it makes no sense. And IWGP fans are actually kind of going at AEW fans online, like in the IWC, which is hilarious to me because like they're upset. Like, why the fuck is like you're just disrespecting our title and stuff. Also the storyline they're saying is, Don Callis worked his way into, like, he pulled strings in New Japan that he still had, and he worked Will Hobbs into a match. Well, you know, it's like, okay, you could have told that story for fucking 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. You could have did anything. So Swerve's coming out. Okay. Is he wrestling right now? So Swerve's wrestling before the goddamn... Bro, if he he's wrestling right now, doesn't get an opening promo, doesn't get a homecoming like Moxley had, isn't in the main event. but Moxley is with the New Japan belt. Like, Tony values other companies more than his own company. That's the problem. S. I'm talking about Dynamite. If I'm not, bro, I love you. Here, you're not a member, but I'm going to show you because you have a super swaggy profile pic too from Doug. And I'm talking about Dynamite, not the live stream. Bro, I did not mean to roast you and go hard. I was just talking shit. And yeah, don't ever we're joking here. We're out SNL. I love you, buddy. Thank you for being here. And I appreciate you so much. Big Swole was right. I don't know what that means. That Tony smokes her weed. Yes, Swerve should be the first black AEW champion. It's historical. He should have got that homecoming segment. Oh, they gave it to Mox, who won a Japanese company's world title. Who gives a fuck? That's so stupid. Sorry guys, I'm drinking some coffee. I'm talking to Sean Ross Sapp on the phone. It wouldn't shock me. Hey, surprisingly, that wouldn't be crazy, actually, as a matter of fact. So this guy here is 5-0. This isn't Will Ospreay, by the way. This is his like partner, Kyle Fletcher or whatever. And he's like 5-0. I'm going to play you guys a Kyle Fletcher clip right now in Phil Mark's bookmarks. This is him and his girlfriend. And I don't know, at Eden Gregory, he listens to the show. Shout him out. And here is Sky Blue, and this is the guy who's about to wrestle right now on Dynamite. And this is what they do. Just some shitty Poison Rana. Will Ospreay's the ref of this match, actually. And that's his girl he's wrestling with. But look at this shit. Like just some trash. It's just trash. Like, now obviously they're doing this on a little indie, working on their craft. That's fine. And like they're doing intergender shit, whatever. But like, this guy's just a miniature Ospreay, like to a T, and it's his partner. And it's like, this guy's like 0-5. And if he beats Swerve, who's the new champion, it's a title eliminator. He gets a shot at the title. It's just so fucking stupid. These title eliminators are bullshit, garbage, trash, obvious garbage booking. And like, Swerve is just a transitional champion from now until Wembley. And then they're just going to put the title on Ospreay at Wembley. Like, they're not making a big deal out of this at all. Furthermore, Tony Khan should have pulled the fucking trigger on Swerve like a month or two ago. God damn it. It's just so bad. And the sound quality of AEW is horrible. We were taking personal offense to that.
Dummy. Yeah.
Hey, PWT, the top pod, man. Don't ever fucking don't ever question it. We know what we're doing is great over here. So yeah, I don't know. Fletch and his girl there doing some flips on an indie. So yeah, they're gonna have this match. I don't want to like shit on it and be like, I'm disinterested, but we already know what the fuck's gonna happen. And we got a couple more Phil Marks bookmarks to get to while we're on the topic of Ospreay and all that. So I want to save some of these. So here, okay, we have Dave Meltzer Dummy of the Week. I'm gonna save them. Let me just see if I have any more Ospreay shit for a minute. So here's what I had to say about Dynasty as well that I didn't bring up. I said Jack Perry botched the timing of his interference like a goober, but he got a huge pop, man. He is over with this audience, whether you love him or hate him, and that's the point of wrestling, to feel something. Let's see if it translates to viewership, ticket sales, pay-per-view buys, etc. So far it hasn't, but that's your boy at Pro Wrestle Times. That is me being optimistic and, just being optimistic. I guess that's the right word. Earlier as well in the show, I showed you guys, or I talked to you about Evil Dose and the TV deal. And yeah, this clip, I can't play it from the press conference, but this is just to tack onto that. Tony Khan indirectly admits Max streaming deal is not happening. And Yeah, Tony Khan said he won't rule out taking AEW TV shows to streaming, but thinks pro wrestling on TNT and TBS is essential and would like to continue that American tradition. I think that's cool, man, that Tony Khan says and thinks like that. But yeah, the Max deal, that's not a real life thing that's ever happening, folks. I'm sorry to tell you. 82 of you watching now. Thanks for coming back. They all bailed out for Crispin. They're like, who the fuck is this guy? We came to hear Phil Marks mark out. We're at 51 likes. My word, you guys are crushing it. We're at 84 watching, though. Let's get up to 60 or 70, guys. Please just take a second to hit that like button. I appreciate it so much. Let's look at what's going on here. Phil Marks, bookmarks. What else do I got? I'm going to save some of these here because I do believe I have some people joining. And if not, it doesn't matter because I will get to all these. But look at all of these bookmarks I got. I got the shits popping tonight, son. But we're just watching this opening match. I'm going to give the world champion his due. So I'm going to just stop sharing for a second. Get those likes up. We'll go back into Phil Marks bookmarks. Don't worry. I also need to check some DMs, guys. So that's all it is as well. But don't worry. We're going to dive into all that. And of course, Dave Meltzer, dumb moment of every day, but we call it the week. And everyone's fun and favorite segments and things to do are coming up. 89 of you in here. Let's get those likes up. And I'm just checking some DMs. Just chatting with Marvin right now off Marvin Movie Monster. He may pop in. You guys never know what goes down here on Pro Wrestle Times. The IWC, the link gets thrown out and the door is always open, even for the haters. So I was telling WWE Real One. Chat, are you guys familiar with WWE Real One on X, on Twitter? If you guys are there. So he basically, he's sweating bullets and he's doing like the extra engagement farming because, you know, Elon Musk said we're fucking, you know, we are getting rid of the guys. Benoit's trending right now. Crispin, what did you do? No, I'm just kidding. You go on X, Benoit's trending right now. What was I just talking about? Yeah, I do. I need a fight with him. LOL. No. We're not. No physical violence. Real one's burner. Yeah. So Real One and I, like, he won't block me. I won't block him because he knows I hit home with him, right? The truth hurts, and I tell him shit, and he knows it's true. And I've invited him on the show, and I'm like, this isn't a gotcha, and he won't do it. And I'm like, come on here and stand on business and state your shit, and I'll just discuss it. We don't even need to debate. We can just like talk about it and figure it out. But I just truly believe he's a burner of someone prominent, or he's like a paid engagement, like what these big companies do. Like, this is why Tony Khan's all like, oh, bots and shit, because he does this. What these big companies and franchises do is they pay like real people to operate accounts, and like Stan She-Hulk or MCU or Warner Bros. Or whatever, football teams, whatever, they all do this. I'm sure WWE people do it too. But he's one of those accounts, or he's just literally just engagement farming. Like, he just knows how to trigger marks and get people like me to respond, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I want him on here badly. I just want him to stand on business and for us to go, hey, like, just say what you're saying, you know. But what I think it is, and I called him out, and he won't respond to this, of course, because he's like, what do I, because he was crying. He's like, oh man, I constantly get attacked for being an engagement account, blah 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 blah. And I go, well, come on the podcast and clear your name. And then he's like, LOL, clear my name. How is it clearing? What is there to clear? And I'm like, bruv, you're literally crying up right now about being accused of being an engagement account. And that's what you are. I was like, you either lack self-awareness or you're just being disingenuous. And what I think it is, yeah, Elon's like, because he's being real flagrant lately. And I think what's happening is Elon's like, we're cracking down on the engagement accounts. And I think he's just going hard, like squeezing every last nickel, because, you know, everyone's going to report him for that shit. When that comes to fruition, you know, everybody's reporting WWE Real One and going tagging Elon and going, yo, this guy's the word, get him out of here, blah, 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 blah. So I could see that being as well why he's ramping it up. AEW on PBS. Yeah, Defa Page Shell. So yeah, guys, 88 of you watching or 90 of you watching, we're fluctuating. Let's get up to 60 likes, guys. We're at 55 right now. 5 of you in here. Go and hit that like button. And yeah, here I'm just messaging, and then we're gonna. Okay, come on the show. We got Marty McFlyer might pop in as well. And I'm just getting in the D. I know you guys like all the guests and everyone I can bring. I like to just ramble alone sometimes too, and I appreciate everyone who's here right now listening to that. Of course, we're all on different times. And yeah, absolutely, Paul Nolan's going to be in here in a bit, guys. So the wise man of PWT. Now we have, I want to, I like to bundle up the Dave stuff for the end. But we do have a lot of talks of, who's signing with AEW, who's staying with WWE. There's releases in both companies, guys. Let's get up to the 60 like mark, and then we're going to jump back into, we're at 61. So let's go back into Phil Marks, bookmarks, because you guys earned it and you're the shit. So John JID with a $2 super chat. Powerhouse Hobbs getting choked out once again tonight. Thank you for the super chat. John JID, is he getting choked out tonight? Oh, see, they have Tony Khan, guys. Tony, oh my God, Tony Khan is on screen with Jack Perry. So Tony Khan's on screen with Jack Perry. Jack Perry's what? See how WWE that was in the middle of the wrestling match. What did they do? They show Jack Perry going into Tony Khan's office, and Tony Khan's on screen, and Jack Perry's going to discuss a deal with him. And oh my God, if that shit, like if the Jack Perry stuff doesn't translate into ratings and shit, they completely fucking botched everything. Powerhouse Hobbs getting choked out tonight once again. Yeah, he's going to get beat, and it's disrespectful to the IWGP Championship. But at the same time, like, it just doesn't get Will Hobbs over at all. Tony Khan is literally Vince. Yes, he's literally becoming Tony McKhan. This guy's taking the new AEW champion to the limit. Swerve does this fucking Osprey thing where he keeps hitting too many fucking finishers. It's like, stop hitting all your goddamn finishers, man. What I want to do quickly though is I just it's like, stop stomping, like get a new finisher that it's super protected. Like if I'm a pro wrestler, no one's kicking out of my shit ever. Do you know what I mean? Like ever, no one's kicking out of my shit. And I'm being greedy about it. So let me just check here. We're going to get back into the bookmarks, guys. Don't worry. I'm just sort of distracted by this match. We have a reverse ankle lock. Like, if it's me, man, I don't got people putting me in ankle locks when I'm one of these motherfuckers, like the world champion. I'm supposed to be the top bruv in the I keep saying bruv too much. The top bruv in the organization, though. Like, why am I getting ankle locked and shit by a guy who's never won a match yet this year on the main promotion? You know what I mean? I'm trying to find this link. Here we go. And I'm going to send this over to Crispin in the private chat. I sent you a link right there. I just want you to peep that. We're watching Dynamite. And you can I know you're not into wrestling, so I dug that up for you, bruv. Right there. You can hop on the pirate ship and hang out and watch along with us here. So I shouldn't be saying on the show. Whatever, Don Stevens. I know you're in the chat. I know you're watching. From Savage Wrestling Podcast. Keep up the good work, Phil. $5 super chat. Thanks, man. You didn't have to super chat to say that, but I really appreciate you and all of your support. And bruv, when I have the time, dude, I'm knocking out. I'm talking like I've been going through. Oh my God, I've had so many scripts come through my fucking desk I've been working, man, and then I'm cranking out content for the channel because I got to. It blew up way quicker than I ever had imagined, and so I got to keep going and grinding it. And I promise you, though, I will come on the show and sometime I will do your show. Everyone go check out Savage Wrestling Podcast. PWT inspired them. Jim Cornette inspired them. So if you like this show and I inspired him, I'm sure you guys will like it. And I'll definitely be there sometime soon. And I just appreciate you very much, man, you're always here. You're always on the DMs. And everyone, thank you so much, Savage Wrestling Podcast. You're the shit. And yeah, anyone in the DMs too, like if I don't get back to your message or if I read them and keep going, I'm so sorry, but I'm fucking busy, you know what I mean? And it's never personal. It's just bruv is bookmarking shit and quickly putting my thoughts out there and plugging the show. And you guys already know that. A spinning tombstone on the champion and a kick out from the spinning tombstone there. And Crispin behind the scenes, if you need me to let you know how to navigate that site or anything, just let me know in the private chat. Anytime, Phil, take your time, man. Yeah, bruv, it's gonna happen, don't worry. Well, they fucked that. Derek Hance, man, it's great to see you, buddy. You too, man. All of you guys. 64 likes. Let's get this to 69. Yeah, Avril, let go. You got a dirty mind. If you want to see her dirty mind, you go to the Discord, and she's thirsting over guys and gals in there quite often. But yes, get those likes up. Hopefully past 69. Let's get to 70 with 86 of you in here. So 86, that's another number. Or no, sorry, 68, I guess is the dummy fucking it all up.
Dummy, yeah.
So yeah, it's just this match has gone on too long already. Who agrees with me? Who agrees? Gone on too long already. Okay, I want to bring up some. Yeah, so I got Real One in here as well. I want to save all the Dave stuff. Oh man, and he kicked out from what was that? Like they're Swerve's just burying his finishes, man. So he beats Joe with a swerve stomp, but he can't beat Kyle Fletcher with a fucking swerve stomp. Like, get out of here. We were gonna talk about contracts and everything like that. Here's the other thing that drives me nuts. Aubrey Edwards and Bryce Remsburg both do this fucking thing where they leap in the air and they're like 10 feet in the air. 1, 2, especially Bryce Remsburg, and they just leap in, and it's like, man, call the fucking match. Like, Jesus Christ. Stop trying to get your own stuff over, dude. Completely crazy. So we're gonna talk about free agents and people who've been released and yeah, we're gonna get into some more Phil Marks bookmarks. We're gonna talk about the draft. These bookmarks are on fire. We're just watching Dynamite though right now, guys. Excuse me. So make sure you hit the like. 2,244 people there. They had to pay seat fillers though, so they paid people to be in the show, dude. So it's just, who cares? It's more like 1,000. That's what I call it. Thunder Rosa so she's on screen, lost to Toni Storm at Dynasty. What comes of her after, you know? Even if you hear crowd pops, if they're behind the scenes, there's someone going, cheer, now we cheer, because they paid people. There was also on X, I didn't bookmark it, but there was like influencers like, I got 50 tickets to give away for the chat. You guys are so savage. Oh my God. But Wembley. Hey, Jess and your kitty. What's up? Jess's kitty as well. Seat fillers, but Wembley. And Wembley, look. Now it's just Purrazzo versus Thunder Rosa. Purrazzo was just a fucking heel, and now, a baby face fighting heel Mariah May. And then what happened was even Dave Meltzer and Alvarez were arguing over, oh no, there's heat, they need to turn her heel, blah 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 blah. So here you go. Now Purrazzo and Thunder Rosa. It's exactly what I said. This is why you guys tune into PWT, because I tell you, oh, guess what happened? Oh, on last week, about a week ago, fuck with us, and then we tweaking. But about a week ago, what did I tell you guys? Oh, fucking Tama Tonga, Jacob Fat 2 is about to show up next very soon in the next couple episodes of WWE. What did PW Insider and everyone confirm this week about SmackDown? Oh, Jacob Fatu might show up, imminently showing up. You know, it's almost like I have Samoans on this show who fucking, you know what So I'm not breaking no news. We're not a dirt sheet. We don't do none of that. I'm not looking for victories of breaking headlines. What I'm looking for is just acknowledge me. No, I just love shooting the shit and telling you guys what's up. And it's exactly what I said. Perazo and Rosa, they're just gonna stick them together, and then, you know, I ratings are dropping. Yeah, dude. I love Deonna Purrazzo too. Phil, keep up the updates on Dynamite. I can't watch this or I'll fall asleep during the pod. Yeah, dude. I will. Yes, the Samoan telephone system. Basically, that's that's how it goes down. You know what I mean? We do have a Grammy winner on the show who might even pop in tonight, who messaged me and said, yeah, I'm just dealing with this and that, and I'll definitely hop in, who's been on the show multiple times, my very good friend, and he is you know, he's half Samoan, he's so, you know what I mean. We play some telephone, and yeah, and I would never divulge anything he wouldn't want me to, but we just beat around the bush a little bit, just for the sake of, you know, because it's not dirt. I don't want a dirt sheet. There's nothing I don't want to. I never want to be in that realm, you know, even though we had Dose come on and speculate on the TV deal stuff. And just because he's right about some of the shit, sorry, he's right, you know, but I ain't trying to break a goddamn, I ain't trying to break a goddamn news article here or anything. Deonna was good. Yeah, Deonna's great. She's great. But again, it's just they're all floundering because Tony wants to put Edge on with the TNT title. He wants Mercedes Moné to have the TBS title, and then we're off to the races for a new TV deal. You know, so that is what it is. I think AEW Kenny Omega is just going to come back, cut a promo. He's still not healthy yet, but they'll have him in Canada or whatever, absolutely, or to set up his return, whatever they choose to do. 81 of you guys watching. What are the likes at? We got to get up to 70. We're at 66, you guys, 4 of you bastards. And I hope you guys see it too, man. 3, I'm dropping every fucking day. I'm uploading to both channels. Nobody's doing that. No one's doing it like us. This channel started audio only. There was no visual element, and we keep goddamn grinding. And yeah, nobody's doing it like this channel, dude. Multiple channels with multiple uploads a day a lot of the time, you know, like we're staying on top of it. 2 more likes, let's go. We got to get to 69. Yeah, let's get that shit up there to like 69, 70. Yeah, so let's talk about contracts and stuff. Okay, well, we have Stardom, so let's talk about that as well. A clip or something. We talked about it on PWT Pod 60. Now, this girl here, Mina Shirakawa, I believe is her name. She is fine as fucking wine, bro. Jesus. My girl would fucking melt over this chick. I'm telling you. And they're doing like the HLA, the hot lesbian action. Yeah. Where these girls are making out and shit. Now, Rossi Ogawa, look at this. They're going to show they're making, yeah, hot lesbian action. Yeah. It's the attitude. We bringing attitude back. We're bringing attitude back to the wrestling world. This is real pro wrestling. Yeah. You gotta go out there and make out. And then we're going to have a pillow fight. Introducing and then John Moxley's going to get a homecoming for winning the Divas title. Get me a con on the phone. What, that wasn't the Divas title? My God. Get me a private plane in a hotel room. I want to shit on this girl. I'm so sorry. I want to take I'm going to take a shit on this girl's head in a hotel room. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry, guys. I am just obnoxious. Anna J, the peaches. My word. Yeah, we get thirsty on this cast, boys. Don't be simping. We can thirst, but don't be simping. both these girls incredibly gorgeous. But besides that, though, Mina Shirakawa is a great word, and I hope I'm saying her name right. A tremendous talent from Stardom, like as you guys can tell, oozing charisma, has a great look. She's not the smallest girl ever. She knows how to work the crowd. She's selling, even right here. Look, it's selling. Boom, drop kick to the knee. She's great. Yeah, Anna Jay is stupid hot. She absolutely is, Derek Hand. She is dumb hot. Yeah, this is a cake. The ovens is on. The cake match right here. Cakes in the chat. Cakes in the chat, guys. But yeah, dude. But Anna Jay keeps getting hurt. But this woman here, I'm telling you, no matter Mina, I'm botching her name. Whatever promotion she goes to, she would be a star. WWE for surely wanted her at one point. I don't think she's free like that. I think she's still under a Stardom deal. But here's the thing. Look at that. Anna Jay having to pick her wedgie out even, dude, because those cakes are thanging all around her attire. I like it. But anyways, guys, sorry, we are thirsty. This is a thirsty ass podcast. I know Avril, I know Let Go's having a good time in the chat. But here's the whole thing, right? So Rossi Ogawa was, and then Mariah May, my word. So we keep getting distracted. My God. Puppies. It's puppies, JR. So anyways, though, Rossi Ogawa, he started Marigold. Kenny Omega's like, nah, man, he fuck that guy pretty much. He was like trying to recruit 13-year-olds, and blah, 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 blah. So people are like, that's creepy. That's creepy. Then other people came out and were like, oh, that's part of the culture. It's like a cultural thing, like in Japan, whatever. We talked about it a couple podcasts ago. God, this girl is wonderful. I'm telling you guys, keep your eyes on this girl. And I know you are, because it's hard to look away from. I'm having trouble even keeping my thoughts here. A quick figure four here. Woo! But I'm telling you, she's tremendous. And Anna J2 is a great talent. It's not like she's phoning it in. She's just bad creative. Anyways, though. But then Stardom, it comes out that like this past weekend, they were recruiting at elementary schools. Okay. So Kenny talked that shit. We've been putting Kenny over on the pod. He shouldn't have talked that shit because it seems more like that wasn't a Rossi thing. That was a, you know what I mean? That's a Stardom thing in general. So AEW parading Stardom out, Stardom graphics all over the walls and everything. And there's no fan backlash, of course, because it's just the evil Fed, anything to do with the Fed. Savage Wrestling Podcast with another $5 super chat. I almost gave it to you early, guys. A moment. At least you're doing your grind unlike someone. Oh, shit. Is that a fucking... oh, bruv. Oh, my goodness. Savage Wrestling, truly savage. But yeah, man, I embrace the grind. I don't run from the grind. Yeah, video editors, hit me up, prowrestletimes@gmail.com. I need some people to start doing some shit for me, for real, because I'm one of these weird dudes, man. I'll get 4 or 5 hours sleep and then get up and go. And I'm not like on Adderalls and shit. You know what I mean? Like I would tell y'all if I was, but I just drink coffee. I drink too much caffeine, to the point where I'll get a fucking anxiety attack sometimes out of nowhere because I drink too much in a day sometimes, where and then, yeah. And I just try and stay very hydrated. That's the key thing, guys, is just water. Yeah. So, and thank you so much, Savage Wrestling. And you're on your grind too, buddy. I see you're posting your lives, you're DMing me shit. And sometimes, yeah, I just appreciate you very much, man. And sometimes the shit you DM too, I glance at it and then I bookmark it, or it's, or I check that out and I go, okay. And I appreciate everyone on X at Pro Wrestle Times. If you're following me, go follow me on X. And if you're not already, and I just appreciate everyone who's like tagging me and shit now. It's helpful for the show. That's time saving as well. But I'm not complaining. Was that a flute remix, bruv? Yeah, Jess, I almost accidentally unleashed the flute, and I'm saving that, right? That's the big payoff of the show. But that's what everyone tunes in for. But I accidentally hot-shotted myself. We're going to get into Phil Marks bookmarks here. This ladies match is hard to look away from, guys. So 69 likes. Let's fucking go. um 69 likes. Let's fucking go. Yeah, I want it more than that, but for all of our thirsty people in the chat, definitely. Okay, guys, like it up. We're at 86 watching, 90. We're fluctuating. We're tickling 100 at times. Let's get up to like 70, 80 likes, please and thank you. So Crispin is just, I'm chatting it up with Crispin in the private chat, guys. Just for 1 second. The live I'm here, guys, don't worry. I'm just helping out Crispin behind the scenes. Bum, bum, baby. And if you guys haven't checked out Hurricane by Marty McFlyer, Hurricane is I want Dom Mysterio to 619 me without the one. Holy shit. Oh my god, I love it, Jess. Jess, thank you so much for being here and popping that. He is a dirty little rat, that boy. Hey, Dirty Dom for a reason. God damn. I like that. That popped me really hard. I appreciate that. I turned off Dynamite and now my son's watching the Naomi versus Bailey on last week's SmackDown. He's much happier now. Kids love WWE. Shadow Batash, round of applause for becoming a new member. Shadow Batash or Shadow Bat Ash is what it is. Ashley V, you're a lovely, lovely patron in the past. I'm not sure if you still are. Don't matter because you're a member now. You're a lovely, lovely member. We chatted up on X. Maybe you'll pop on the show sometime as well to chat up some wrestling because you know your shit and you're in the Discord. I just appreciate you. You're always showing love and you're a new member. Welcome. I thought you were already one, but it don't matter. You're here now once again. And thank you so much for just hanging out. I want Austin Theory. Okay, now the ladies in the chat are just talking about who they want to 69 them. So we got fucking, yeah, nice. Yeah, I don't know. There you go. So I want Austin Theory to 69 me. Girls, ladies in the chat, you guys work out who you want to 69 and we'll yeah, dude, they're not. Listen, this Mina girl's pretty good. I put this more on Anna Jay. She doesn't wrestle all the time, Derek Hance. She does not wrestle all the time. Like, she's part-time and she gets injured a lot. And that's because they put her in like hardcore matches where if you go and watch on the Pro Wrestle Clips channel, I EFAP'd it on my own live show with Marv the Movie Monster before. And it's 10 minutes of Tony Khan where we react to, you know, like Anna Jay at one point gets power bombed off the stage through a table and Tony Khan just makes a face like, ooh, you know, like he's just like, ooh, that was bad. It's just so funny. But this match went on way too long. The common problem in AEW is that the matches go on far too long. Okay, there we go. A roll up. Tried to keep her strong. Whatever happened, I don't know. This Mina girl, though, Mira, she's really good, though. Trust me. Like, just keep an eye on her over time. But I guess it's all about the creative. And then they're going to pop bubbly and make out, guys. So, like, don't tune out of the show right now. Okay? If you tuned out, whip it back on. Whoever said they tuned out. All the thirsty girls in the chat, if you also like ladies, they're about to pop some bubbly and start making out. So, everybody, this is turn. Have you guys heard about that? Like hentai, all the wrestling community people were going, oh, Anna Jay breaks it up. Oh, maybe they'll 3-way HLA. No, but there's like some hentai thing on Twitter, like a Twitter space where they're in there like, like doing all that stuff. And the Tony Storm's coming out. And here we go, a real star. But yeah, like all the wrestling community was caught in there, like a bunch of the IWC. They were all caught in there, like listening to this fucking, to this like waifu anime prawn fucking channel. Chris Benoit, bro, this is lit. So we're about to convert. So Crispin is our new moderator here at PWT, and he's not Serena Deeb's coming out. See, this is what AEW does every time with the women. All they do, woman gets attacked, woman runs out and saves her. Woman gets attacked, woman runs out and saves her. Woman comes out and says, I want a title shot. Woman debuts, woman's attacked, woman debuts, woman whatever. But Chris Benoit, our new mod here at PWT, you'll be hearing and seeing more from him, and this is why he's beautiful for the show. And you all want to tune out when Chris Benoit's on? Now fuck that, because we're converting him to a pro wrestling fan during the WWE boom. Now, Crispin, I want you to tell us, maybe next live, whatever, I want you to tell us what you like about AEW. But on live stream, like, mostly we get called AEW haters, so this would be like a hate watch show. Okay, even though I'm not hating, I'm not coming across like a hater, even though I'm burying some shit, but I'm putting shit over. But I like WWE more. It's just the truth. It is the truth. AEW is like the underdog company, but they can't stop bringing up WWE. And guys, Crispin might become a full-blown fucking AEW stan, and then once we get him on the WWE bloodline shit, ooh, that's what PWT's all about. And like some people, man, they get triggered like when Marty comes on and he's talking about like the representation and stuff. Bro, that's what this fucking show's about. We're going to talk about all the stuff, whether I agree with it or not. And I'll fight back on shit, and I'll open my mind to shit. And we're looking for the neckbeard perspective. I want real one on this fucking show. I want Sean Ross Sapp to come on the show, call me every name in the book, and we'll just talk about it. That's what I want, the female perspective on this show. I want people who are newly converted. I want lapsed fans. I want all that shit. That's what the PWT encompasses it all. No diving headbutts. Yes, no diving headbutts allowed. We are all Crispin, stay away from the weight machine. Hey, now, okay, guys, chill. He'll understand that. There's a reason that's the name he chose. But yes, he's oh my god, the chat. We want Diva Stan perspective. Absolutely, we love divas here. That's why I'm not mad at that last match. We were all just sitting there going, oh my God, look at that cake. Look at that cake. And that's sex appeal is important too. Oh no, look at the ladies in the chat. We're all just like, dude, I want to get dogpiled by Judgment Day and shit. That's what they're all saying. Why? So the girls are allowed to thirst and look at big juicy fucking men with rippling abs, and even like there's big fucking like man, girls like what Sheamus looks like. People body shaming Sheamus. Man, girls think that dude looks like he could slug 3 beers and smack the piss out of you. Okay, so don't get it twisted. So the girls are the only ones allowed to have fun. We just have to, you know what I mean? Nah, dude, sex sells. I want to look at. I'm down with that. I'm down with Scarlett Bordeaux, who's just a very attractive valet who might spray some shit in your face or fucking throw a fireball at you or something. You know what I mean? Like, I'm down with all that. We need that shit in pro wrestling. All of it's important. Miss Elizabeth's just as important as Sasha Banks, and fucking Stokely Hathaway is just as important as or maybe like let's use like Jim Cornette, a great manager, is just as important as fucking Tiffany Stratton if used correctly. Do you know what I mean? So we're all about the diva stance here. Yeah, all of that shit. Burger after burger after burger after burger. Absolutely, dude. All the way, dude. Nothing wrong with enjoying both. Yeah, dude. You yeah, the girls loved HBK. He did Playgirl, and you can't be mad at that shit, right? Stokely Hathaway's in the ring with another gorgeous woman. They have gorgeous women in both wrestling companies, WWE and AEW. Chris Statlander. And she is working through, we sort of unveiled it again on PWT as well. So like, why do you think she's not wrestling all the time after she just came back, right? Like, she's been on these long layoffs. No, I didn't just stutter and Brendan Schaub have a brain malfunction and repeat myself. She's gets injured, bro, and she's been hurt working through injuries. That's why Julia dropped the belt as well. It's like she's been working through injuries. So Julia's been attacking Mercedes when the lights go out and interrupting her shit, but Willow and and Mercedes are gonna fight over the TBS title. No, dude, and then Julia can rest up and then come fight her after, but she's hurt, so that's what it is, man. But yeah, let's get into we're gonna listen to this promo, then we're gonna get back into Phil Marks bookmarks, guys. I got so much in there, and I know you guys. No, the guys can look at rippling men too. Yeah, absolutely. And some guys love it. You know what I mean? Let them. So here's Willow. Round of applause for Willow. If AEW knew what they were doing, she'd be there. Lunch lady Willow. Oh, my chat. Be nice, man. Everyone I talk to goes, Willow is attractive. And I agree. Like I don't know. I feel like, here we go. And then Caprice Coleman on the fucking mic. Let's go. He's just rapping too. Caprice Coleman just spitting a fucking verse over her beat. He should be constantly. They need to get rid of Excalibur and just keep Caprice Coleman. That's what they need. Yeah, shut up, Willow's cute. Willow's a straight cutie. In my opinion, I don't discriminate, man. You know what I mean? Your boy feels and I'm a big dude. I'm 6'4" myself. You know what I mean? So I don't discriminate. You know what I mean? Like, look at Chris. She's tall as shit. Look how short Stokely is. My word. That's a short man right there. Jacksonville with the seat fillers. It's kind of yeah, their audio is bad, but they're outdoors as well. You got to remember that. So Crispin, I know you're a sport guy, and for all my sports fans, Jacksonville. So the people who own this company, AEW, own the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this is Daly's place. They're actually right next to the Jaguars field with this ring set up here, just for Crispin Waugh and anyone here. So this is their home turf, but they had to pay people to be in attendance. Ooh, and the Jacksonville Jaguars, they get criticized for tarping off sections as well. To me, it's crazy that Swerve came out and got taken to the limit by a guy who hasn't won yet this year. And then Willow gets a homecoming for the TBS title so that Mercedes can come out and not wrestle again. What the fuck, guys? Chat, Mercedes Moné. What do you think about Mercedes Moné? I already know what a lot of you think, but let's go. Even Corny calls Asuka Oscar. He gives everyone names. I mean, Asuka's, come on, she's awesome, dude. I don't call her Oscar. To me, I don't make nicknames for the wrestlers because I'm like, then I got to remember like 40 extra names. Like I already have their name, and then I usually know their actual name. And then, like I'm not making up. You can go ahead and do it. Corny pops me with some of them, like Will Ostrich. It's like, what? Damn, Mercedes is she's a looker too. This is the Thirst Cast. It's the AEW Thirst Cast tonight, guys. Are we past the 69 though? 94 of us watching. We're tickling 100, guys. Let's get up to 80 likes, please. We're at 71. Let's get up to 80, please. Go hit that like, even if you're hate watching, or hit the thumbs down. I don't care, but just go hit something. Get involved. I'm trying to listen to this promo. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to. She just seems like she's so WWE. Mercedes is. And when they bring they're booing her, dude. They're fucking booing Moné. See, the shit. Yeah, blaze it. Here, I got one right here, folks. Let's do it. So, like with Mercedes, in Minecraft, we're smoking, blazing it, by the ways, guys. Not in real life. But Mercedes is so WWE. And I like Stokely and Willow. They do funny shit. Oh my goodness, the HPN with a $5 super chat. Round of applause. As a Jags fan and someone that lives in Jacksonville, we hate the entire Khan family. They destroyed the football team. Oh shit. Oh shit. And in Fulham, their soccer team, people hate them too because they apparently botched that whole soccer team. What's the guy's name? Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback, I believe's his name. I don't think lived up to the hype. He was a big draft pick prospect or whatever, right? And yeah, apparently just there, like apparently people say, oh, they gotta go to like London to sell tickets. And yeah, it's I don't know. I definitely it's just bad business management, you know, it's just poor. I don't have faith that Tony Khan is a good businessman or creative at all whatsoever. So thank you so much for the $5 super chat. And yeah, as a resident of Jax, we hate the Khan family. That's why they have to pay people to be here. And I'm sorry you guys hate them. Hate is a strong word, but sports talk, I don't know nothing. Yeah, I mean we're just chilling, talking Tony Khan talk, baby. That's all that's going on here. If you like to laugh about Tony Khan, we're gonna get into free agent talk. We're going into Phil Marks bookmarks where it gets nice and juicy. I don't know if I posted the live stream in the Discord. I hope you guys joined the Discord. A lot of you were getting hype about that. So I don't know. Yeah, like, what do you guys think, Chad? It's a good idea to put the belt on, because they're clearly going to put it on Mercedes. Like, why? Because he's trying to lock down a TV deal. Look, we have Edge as the TNT champion, and Mercedes is the TBS champion, and then hopefully we don't end up on True TV. You know what I mean? Oh shit, they're scrapping. Why is she holding? I don't know. You think Stat would just let them fight? Like, why does she care if they're scrapping? That's her girl, right? True TV. Yeah, that's what it is. Join the Discord. Yeah, hit that up. Posted hella music in Discord today. Y'all go check it out. Yeah, absolutely. Go and check that shit out. Yeah, they love to do this tweener shit in AEW. It really stresses me out, man. Tony Khan, Jack Perry, guys. Now Jack Perry's like Hook. He doesn't talk. This is so cringe. And then, of course, Matt's going to talk because he's a mark for himself.
Tony Khan literally just agreed to meet with Jack Perry tonight live in the ring.
Oh my God, Tony Khan's going live in the ring. You guys, oh my God, better be tuned into PWT, guys. Better be tuned into fucking PWT. My word. Tony, I got to tweet this out. I'm just tweeting out the link. Dude, this is otherworldly fucking funny. Tony Khan is becoming Tony McKhan. I hope you guys are here. Tony McKhan. Yeah, it's great. I'm gonna make them join the Kiss My Ass Club. He's just hulking out. He's gonna get on steroids and start. Yeah. I'm just tweeting, guys. The Switchblade and them came out, but they couldn't do their cool entrance because they're dailies, so that sucks. I'm just tweeting out, guys. This is ridiculous. At Pro Wrestle Times on X, both of the channels. At Pro Wrestle Clips, at Pro Wrestle Times. Make sure you hit subscribe on both of those if you don't mind. I'm trying to get that other channel built up as well. It's actually crazy how well both are doing. So yeah, now this guy is going to the Top Flight. Darius Martin's going to come out and just do a job or whatever. This is whatever. Let's go into Phil Marks bookmarks for a minute. I cannot wait. Guys, if you can, share the live stream link around as well. You guys are going to want to hear my reaction to Tony McCann in the fucking ring tonight with Jack. Like, he's becoming an on-screen character. Like, you can't make this shit up, man. This is fucking ridiculous. I love this so much. I just got to message Paul Nolan quickly as well, because I know he's not going to want to miss this. Tony Khan is going to be on screen with Jack Perry in the ring tonight. LMAO. Get on the live. Yeah, because he's going to have a shit. Okay, so guys, as you can see, as this match goes on, Jay White is just going to get taken to the limit by Darius fucking Martin. So let's talk about some Phil Marks bookmarks. So I'm sure you guys all saw that, Jinder Mahal was released and Indu Sheer was released. Zion Quinn was released. Xia Li was released. A lot of people were shocked. A lot of people said, oh, it's people of color only. All right, I'm just gonna really make it about that. That has nothing to do with it. And so what happened was, all of a sudden some more releases happen, and there's some more free agents roaming around, and AEW released some people, including the boys a little while ago, who are gonna come they're gonna come do the podcast here eventually. And yeah, there's a lot going on. So Matt Hardy let his contract expire. Then he shows up at TNA Rebellion and he holds up the belt. And some people even thought it worked marketing wise, because some people even thought, well, goddamn, Matt Hardy is now the world champion. He wasn't. That was just the picture that aired. Went viral, rather, if you will, if it went viral. But what happened was he just came and beat up Moose, and he's doing the broken gimmick. So Fightful reported, let's put over Fightful and SRS, we'll put him over where it applies. Who's coming out? So now Pentagon's coming out. Is this a Royal Rumble? Why is he just coming out? What is this match? Someone explain it to me. Jesus, I'm going to have to edit this now, because I was just fucking... What the fuck kind of match is this? What is this, guy? Someone explain it to me in the chat. Anyways, Jeff's contract is up sooner than later. They are not going to hold on to his contract as long as they... whatever, because Tony can do this thing where if you're hurt, he can freeze it. That's where everyone can do that. We're going to talk about that in a bit, and I would love if Evil Dose showed up, because I would love his take on this whole FTC thing, but whatever. I digress. I'll talk about it. But either way, Matt Hardy showed up to Rebellion. TNA is actually shying away from doing long-term deals. They're gonna hire people for per appearance, and Matt Cardona signed there with Steph DeLander, but they actually they're on a deal for X amount of years, I believe, or a year or 2 years, but it's per appearance though. So it's not like you have to be here. We make you wrestle this many matches. We guarantee you this many. It's just, when they want them, however it works, right? I don't know the ins and outs of the entire deal, but it's something along those lines. Dose would know. He fucking gets his hands on those type of contracts all the time. Either way, Matt Hardy, though, someone said it in the chat, he's just waiting for Jeff's contract to expire. Then they're probably going to go do some Broken Universe shit in WWE. They'll obviously get inducted in the Hall of Fame. They'll obviously retire there, probably go work for NXT, all that good shit. as far as like backstage roles and all of that. But I could see them wrestling a few in TNA first, which would make perfect sense. Get their characters hot again, get everyone talking. Matt Hardy literally carried TNA on his back before, but he is still technically a free agent. He just is doing like a per appearance thing with TNA. So smoking that Perry pack tonight, guys. So moving along from that, I'm gonna cap it off with Goldberg, guys. Don't worry, I know you're seeing it. So Finn Balor tweets out at Finn Balor, I would like to take this moment to say thank you to WWE for 10 incredible years. And after much thought and consideration, I have decided that now is the right time to say I ain't going nowhere. So Finn Balor likely to retire in WWE. A round of applause, chat, and everyone, for Finn Balor for just. And then, of course, the AEW stands who've been exposed, the people who they get screen grabbed being like, oh, I can't wait till Prince Devitt comes to AEW. Nah. They're calling him Prince Devitt now and stuff like that. Just WWE Real One goes, Finn Balor was scared of the grind. Like, just being straight fucking cringe lords. So I'm going to give them a dummy. I got to give them a dummy.
Dummy, yeah.
And yeah, man. So it's disgusting because they all want him in AEW until he doesn't want to go to AEW. And why would he go anywhere? He's in such a goddamn hot angle, dude. So furthermore, there have been some releases, some very shocking, though, on WWE's part that happened after. We were just... So, yeah, this is like a Royal Rumble or what? Guys, in the chat, is the chat explaining to me what this is? I'm so sorry. Oh, and I have one starred here. AEW is becoming more second-rate every week now. Well, with this fucking random battle royal, like, what is this? A Royal Rumble? Someone's got to fucking explain this. I would just watch... I didn't even know this is happening. I watch it every week. So, like, Jesus Christ, thank you, John JD, for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you so much, and I'll give you a round of applause, my friend. But yeah, so Von Wagner, out of nowhere, shockingly gets released from WWE. And I think Von Wagner, this is at Wrestling News Co. I think Von Wagner can be a star if he continues with pro wrestling. I don't know where, but I never understood him. And again, shout out Fightful. I never understood the character. I was never into it. This doesn't shock me. This is like a guy who Vince probably had on a higher salary than others. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but he's just a guy who, I don't know. It doesn't, like, I just don't see it. And he's doing silly shit in NXT, and I don't know. Kenny Omega returns next week. Awesome. So he gets released. People are shocked. I mean, I wasn't super shocked, but I was like taken off guard a bit. Like, what the fuck? And then we have Meltzer talks about it in a bit, which we'll get to. And then we have Cameron Grimes out of nowhere was released. So is Will Ospreay now? So Ospreay's in the Royal Rumble. Is this a fuck chat? Is this a fucking Royal Rumble? A gauntlet match. Oh, we don't know. Yo, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck is this match? A gauntlet? Oh, I'm Excalibur. Guys, this is gonna be, when I clip this for the channel, it's gonna just be I'm gonna have to edit the fuck out of this. Editors, hit me up, email me in the Gmail. Jesus Christ. So Trevor Lee, aka Cameron Grimes, nobody anticipated this one. I'm just as lost as you are. Yeah, with a do-rag on. Yeah. Yeah, it's for the Ring of Honor title. I'm gonna win it. Soda water. Jay White and Will Ospreay, all the marks are popping. Who fucking cares, bro? You've never established it. Like, Jay White's been a fucking 6-man guy. Imagine this in WWE for the Intercontinental title. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say.
This is great.
I can't wait till Tony shows up, guys. I can't fucking wait. I can't wait. I wish I had a beer. I need a cold beer. What? So Cameron Grimes here. Nobody anticipated he would be released. Trevor Lee, but again, I'm not shocked. He got called up. He is never used. Him and Baron Corbin should have been the tag team, although Corbin and your boy Braun Breaker were great. They're great in NXT together, but Cameron Grimes, I get Trevor Lee, like, you can just see how heartbroken he was. Definitely a bruv who embraced the grind, and he'll land on his feet. He'll go to TNA. He'll join the Broken Hardy universe again. TNA would love to have him. I'm sure AEW, he's a tremendous competitor and worker. And let's just listen to his video. Shout out Cameron Grimes, man. Thank you for your time in WWE. That's all I can say.
This is Trevor Lee, also known as Cameron Grimes.
And look at this guy. He is distraught. And he's one of these guys where you can tell, man, like, yes, will he go to AEW and get a bag? Yes. But at the end of the day, this is like, they don't use Cameron Grimes, blah, blah, blah. Wait, Fed Mart, blah, 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 blah. You know, all the toxicity. This is a guy who, yes, he can work that crazy indie style, but what he valued more than anything was just being in the WWE. He probably grew up watching WWF and Hulk Hogan and the Attitude Era, and he was probably like, God damn, like, this is just devastating. If you guys are cutting onions, I don't blame you. But here's Cameron Grimes, guys.
I just got off the phone with WWE, and unfortunately, I've been released from my contract. 5 years ago, the last thing that I was able to tell my father, Tracy Cadell, was that I signed with the WWE. I loved working here. I loved working at the WWE. I want to thank absolutely everybody that's helped me. I could sit here and name off a list of people, but the video might be a little bit too long. Even though you guys haven't seen me in the past year.
God damn, bro.
I've been trying my best to learn from everybody that comes through, everybody that would let me sit there and listen.
It's sad. It really is.
But if you're a fan of mine, I'm here to let you know that there's a damn fire lit under my ass, man. All I want to do is work. All I've ever wanted to do is work.
Dude.
This is all I got, man. But hey, the good news is there ain't going to be no stopping Trevor Lee now, baby. Let me tell you that.
Let's go. Let's go. Don't let it deter you, man.
I love you guys. If you're watching this, I love you. We're going to figure this out.
We should figure this out.
This
dude.
isn't what I wanted to do at all. The WWE is all I've ever wanted to do and be. But if I have to go somewhere else now to show them that they missed out, I guess that's what I got to do. Thank you, guys.
God damn, guys. So, fuck. How do you guys feel about that? Round of applause for just his tenure, and he'll be back. That's not the end. That's not the end. Look at like a Drew McIntyre. Look at like a, there's lots of people who've turned it around, and although that's although it's tough, man. It's tough to I don't know. I'm not sitting here crying. I'm also watching this match, just so you know, and this has been lit, but they're setting tables up everywhere. But yeah, like it's actually been lit. You know what I mean? It's good spots. Like it's a specialty match. So that's where you break out all the craziness, right? It's sort of like a spot match, but also these guys are all killing each other or YouTube in Minecraft, but they're setting up tables and shit now, which is a little. You see how Kofi Mania happened off the back of a gauntlet, and then this is happening. Whatever. Anyways, back to Cameron Grimes. It's just I'm very sad for him. He'll be back, I guess. Yeah, there's nothing I can really add that I wasn't saying before. Who's coming out now? Sorry. Commander. We didn't even know this match was happening. Here's a fucking gauntlet. Like the winner gets a world title. What is it? Oh my God. Why is Lance Archer doing that? Why? Why is he doing spots like that? That just drives me insane. My word. Jeepers, man. Sorry, guys. We're just watching. We are watching. Okay, so more Phil Marks bookmark. Hold on. They're doing flippy spots now with. See, this is where you can do this. This match is really good, so I'm entertained. I'm thoroughly entertained. I won't lie. But it's elimination stuff. No. Is it one pin wins all? No, AEW. No, why do you do one pin wins all? Don't do that, man. Just have it elimination style if you're going to do it and have it be this long of a match. See, they could have prepped us for a week. They could have built up to this. They could have had everyone excited, and they could have said on the pay-per-view, and folks, don't forget to watch Dynamite this week where the whatever match, blah, blah, blah. We don't know who's in it. Everyone who's in it is a surprise as of now, seeing how injuries play out from the pay-per-view, blah, blah, blah. Here's Jay Lethal. Awesome. Underutilized as fuck. Chat, what do you think about Jay Lethal? I'm thoroughly entertained. I'm very sports entertained, you know? And then, guys, also, who is released, Paige Van Zandt, former UFC competitor, bare knuckle boxer, dime to dime, OnlyFans star, you know, whatever, combination of all of them. I've been a fan of hers for a long time. Her husband or fiance, I believe husband, is a Bellator middleweight. He's like a top 5, top 10. Or no, he challenged for the title, I think. But yeah, she was released from or departs from AEW. I'm assuming her contract just ran up, and good, I guess, right? Like AEW is just trimming the fat. We covered it on Pro Wrestle Times episode 60, and they're trimming the fat. And her contract was, why did Tony Khan ever even sign her to begin with? Why was she ever even on the roster? Because she was a hot chick. He thought he was going to integrate more MMA shit, but then the MMA guys started clowning on, and Lambert was like clowning on AEW a little bit. Excuse me, you know, and very attractive to burp in the mic. I try hard not to, but bro, Red Bulls. Here we go. Kyle O'Reilly and Ospreay have been. I'm very sports entertained. Kick out. And like, that's fine. That's fine. A lot of the false finishes too. If someone's there to break it up, that's awesome. But I don't like when Lance Archer's doing flips through. John JID, I'm very lost right now, but I'm entertained. Yes, John JID, I'm very sports entertained. Thank you for the $2. We'll give you a brub. So yeah, she departs. Peace out, I guess. Peace out, I guess. I'm just vicious. Speaking of UFC, this is a clusterfuck today, guys, but we're powering through it. Here we go. Oh, hidden blade to Commander. Okay, there you go. Osprey wins the gauntlet. I mean, that's who you should have win it. And then they hit his lights. That was a botch. Yeah, see, AEW's production is just never on point. Thank you, John JID, for the $2 super chat. It's just never like fully she's making a killing on OF. Yeah, absolutely. Or just her own site or whatever. That's all you have to do. That's what Lacey Evans did, Mandy Rose. Like, you think they're ever coming back? Like, nah. They don't have to. But here's the thing. And I'm not saying don't support those women, but fellas, don't. You know what I mean? Don't do it. Don't succumb. Don't start subscribing to OnlyFanses and shit. Okay, now here. Okay, I'm gonna put AEW over. I like this. I like this. Okay. I don't like this faction, but if you're going to have like Roderick and Osprey put that international title on a fucking international star like Will Osprey and have him carry that shit for a while, we're gonna put over AEW here. Here, chat. Osprey versus Roderick Strong. If they build to it. So was it like, okay, there we go, international. It's just so goofy how he makes it. Like Tony Khan, wait a week, and then on Dynamite, announce matches or whatever. Jeepers, man. Jeepers. Roderick Strong is a goofball. There's international titles going to Osprey. And then, oh, check this out. X-Files. Let me X-Files myself. And thank you, Ash, for suggesting this. I'm going to X-Files you too, because the truth is out there. So what it is Osprey's going to win the international title. He's going to take it to Wembley, and then they're going to unify to make it even bigger, because MJF already whatever. This is going to be like their Ultimate Warrior Hulk Hogan moment where, in Tony's eyes, yeah, it'll be great, where they're going to unify the international title along with the fucking chat is undefeated, along with the sorry, I'm getting distracted, guys, by the chat. Along with the world title and the international title, and then maybe the world title can just get absorbed. But Tony Khan's a belt mark, but then maybe he'll unveil the new AEW title, like the full new design that's absorbed the international title because they have the continental title. Are you guys following this shit? Because I do. And then Tony can... And then Osprey will get like crowned the new title and will be the new face. If he's smart, that's what he's building to. And then it'll be Swerve versus Osprey in Wembley, merge of the belts, unless he just wants him to be the new belt collector. And then he'll just carry around multiple belts. You know what I'm saying? So guys, speaking of UFC before, Dave Meltzer on no, we gotta save it. We've got to save it. I'm so sorry. Not speaking of UFC, editing Phil. Guys, I for real need an editor who's going to edit and clip up all my shit. prowrestletimes@gmail.com if you're interested. I can do it, but I'm getting tired of doing it all the time myself. And Chris Benoit doesn't know how to fucking edit. I was like, I got to put this guy, I got to get him doing something. He can mod. You know what I mean? He likes to game. He'll get a gaming channel going soon as well, that you guys will be able to check out more gaming stuff. So that's why Crispin's here, and shout him out. He's doing a great job moderating. We'll give him a bruv. So yeah, well, we talked about it. We're watching Dynamite right now. We might as well talk about this. At AEW Disciplinary Committee, as we'll call them. No mark journalists or internet commentator means more than this. Once the normies start noticing, the problem is undeniable. And this is just the city of Jacksonville, right? This is just like a local Action News Jax. So Action News Jacksonville, right? It's like a local outlet. I read it before. I don't need to click on it and go off X. But just trust me. And then now Jericho's out here called The learning tree, Chris Jericho. The learning tree, Chris Jericho. You guys, this is a fucking joke. And then they replay him getting dropped on his head through a table. But yeah, so this is just basically this thing reports that, yeah, they were getting fillers. They were paying people to be at tonight's AEW show. It's their hometown. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that's just an embarrassment, if you will. I don't, maybe that's too harsh of me to say that. Speaking of like ratings and quarter hours, etc. Okay, Jericho's cutting a promo. Well, he's saying there. He's saying FTW doesn't he's Jerry Hogan. Tony, I've got a great idea. We'll go back into Philmark's bookmarks. Just let's chill for a minute and watch Jericho. It's just weird, like, oh, now his personality changed. Like, yeah, right? That doesn't even make sense. Okay, this is Terry Funk. Hey. Thanks to Terry Funk, he's saying, my word. My word. Instead of the man of 1,004 holds, Jericho is now the man of 1,004 names. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I don't know what's wrong with Taz. Yeah, we're going to get back into Philmark's bookmarks. I just want to listen to this. And Shibata and all the collateral damage, the clowns that surround him. And more importantly, look, you need to listen to me when I tell you to stay down. Okay. I told you to stay down at Dynasty. You kept getting back up after 2 Judas effects. You forced me to hit you in the head with a baseball bat. Forced it, right? Right? So that's on you. But I know you're okay, so he's like, you forced me to hit you with a baseball bat. Sorry, guys, I'm here with you. I ain't going. I'm just like locked into Jericho here. I just want to know this gimmick. Like the Jericho vortex, he's acknowledging it. He's just going full heel. I respect it to a degree. You know what I mean? Like that he's leaning into it. Okay. Okay, I'm okay with this. Big Bill. Okay, this is a very, I mean, AEW, I'm not even going to shit on this Dynamite hard, dude. Like, it's actually a pretty solid Dynamite. We have to be real. Listening to you, and I only have one thing to say. What is he going to say, guys? Chat, I love you all so much. There's like 100 of you in here, however many, it's fluctuating, but let's get those likes up to, let's get them up to 80 likes, please. 80. 3 of you guys hit like, please. And I'll kiss you. I'll blow you kisses. Here we go. I'm down with Big Bill. I'm down with this, but you know Jericho's just going to beat Big Bill. Always willing to give advice. Always willing to lend a hand. And always willing to take a less. Yeah, you're right. He has no choice but to lean into it.
With you. That's you, Chris. Don't get me serious.
Yeah, so I got Goldberg stuff, guys. I got some WWE talk. I got a bunch in the bookmarks. I know you guys saw, but we're gonna talk about the UFC stuff when we get into Dave Meltzer there. I want to talk to you guys about the draft.
Nobody better fit than I am for the learning tree. And Chris,
If we get to above 100 likes, I'll just jump to Meltzer. You guys let me know. 100 likes is like, okay, we're getting into Meltzer. That's pretty much my cue to go, all right, Meltzer time. I got some AEW botches here. This promo, okay, Big Bill's doing his thing, but the crowd's like mixed. They're like, do we cheer Big Bill? Do we go against Jericho? We don't know. We don't know. I'm one of the reasons you're in AEW. I'm so sorry. Thanks, Chris Benoit. Yeah, the second channel, it's just our long form. If you're subscribed here or you only watch us here and you don't check out the other channel, that's where the replays of the live shows go immediately. This is a pandemic show with less people. Holy fuck. Oh my goodness. Alt Jake with a $5 super chat. Jericho is a master of reinvention. Is such BS. He just throws 1,000 things at the wall and prays something sticks. So awful now. Full on Jericho Hogan. Yep, beating the youth, laughing about it, leaning into it, and then just also like, okay, Osprey's backstage with his lookalike, with his doppelganger. But yeah, dude, and that's just it. When he has a filter in WWE, he's great. You know, when he had like Vince there, yeah. Tell me your ideas and I'll pick the 2 good ones and then I'll say they were mine. And you will too, or else you're just don't text them to me. I don't want anyone looking at my texts. So yeah, when those ideas are filtered, they're good, but otherwise they're quite it's like Vince Russo, you know, it's just all over the learning tree. How many fucking names does this guy have? Thank you so much, all Jake, for the $5 and just all the support. You're the absolute shit. All Jake, what do you want to do next, man? You want to get back into Phil Marks bookmarks? I'm just listening to Dynamite here. Let's get back into Phil Marks bookmarks. Yeah, me too, dude. I'm a Canuck, so Y2J he's one of the goats. I don't know. He had me captivated there for that promo for a bit. Like, I was interested. What's going on? Maybe not captivated is the right word, but compelled enough to be like, what is going on here? What's this gimmick? The learning tree gimmick. Dynamite's in commercial break. So let's get into some Phil Marks bookmarks once again. Oh man, this is the best show. The Top Pod listeners are in the house. We're having a great time. I'm having a great time tonight, man. How about you, Crispin? I'm sure he's having a fun time. So guys, here's a little AEW botches. Let's play their clip here before Don Stevens eliminates Murph.
To acknowledge me.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, guys, watch that. I don't mean to I actually like this. I like Emi Sakura and this girl here. I forget her name. She's in the video game. I actually like them. I'm not going to be a hater. Bit of a Joshi mark. Oh my god. My goodness. Just hilarious. Just fucking absolutely hilarious. Look at this. And then here's another one. I just don't want to get Don Stevens guy. This last episode of the pod got fucking attacked by Don Stevens. So now here's the thing with Hirsch. She should not be doing shit like this because she severely hurt herself. Like, took her forever to even get back, and she lost her momentum. She was like a little like Taz, like a female Taz almost. And yeah, let's look at this. Look at this. Like, she's like a grappler and a suplexer. Why the fuck is she even doing that? Like, why is she even doing that? Just insane. Just insane. Okay, so Tony Khan's in the main event segment. Let's go.
This is great.
Tony Khan's in the main event fucking segment. Tony Khan is in the main event segment, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's too perfect. It's too perfect, guys. He's in the main event fucking segment. Tony McKhan booking himself in the main event segment. LMAO. Tune into PWT live show number 10 now. My word, guys. Holy crap. Yeah, guys, go retweet this or re-exit if you guys at Pro Wrestle Times on X if you follow. And the history somewhat reset. Fucking Excalibur. Fucking Excalibur. Okay, I just had to tweet that out. So, guys, Moxley, so what do you guys think about the NJPW title getting more shine than Swerve Strickland's title? That he just won and grinded his way. You know what I mean? Crazy. Hopefully he paid for Powerhouse. So you guys see what's trending. Hook, Jericho, Jack Perry. Okay. That Perry pack. So guys, Trick Williams, I jumped over it. I didn't really cover it on the last pod because I ran out of time as we get into this New Japan match. And then we're going to go balls deep into this fucking Tony Khan segment, dude. I can't wait. Make sure you're here hanging out with us. Make sure you retweet that shit. Get everyone in here. Oh my goodness. Nobody covered the CM Punk footage like we did. No one's gonna cover this like I did. I promise you guys, okay? This is gonna be fucking hilarious. If they announce that Jack Perry, Tony Khan in the ring, may have popped a rating, but they're going for like the shock. You got to watch this thing. And we're telling friends, we're saying, hey, tune in to PWT. Oh my guys. Avril, Crispin, what's going on? Yeah, you guys whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Get him. Whoop that trick. So Shawn Michaels on Trick Williams winning the NXT championship, and we didn't review Spring Breakin'. I'm not gonna review it, but fucking Trick Willie, man. He's over his shit. No, not that I'm not gonna. I'll just like summate it, review it on a pod. You guys know how I get down. We're just having fun tonight. So Shawn Michaels, though, says Trick Williams winning the NXT championship. I hope tonight was sort of a little insight into what we do here in NXT, the developmental system. I think when you see somebody like Trick, and quite honestly, so many of the young athletes that we get here in NXT, Trick is just a prime example of somebody coming from the Philadelphia Eagles, not quite making it in football, and then dedicating himself to becoming a WWE superstar, and then committing himself like he's done day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. What? And it's only been 2 of them, and you see the pinnacle at which he's risen to. I speak not eloquently, obviously, but I just can't stress enough. Yeah. So he basically shut out fucking Trick Willie, man. We knew it was coming. He had a banger of a match. Remember when Dave Meltzer, the fucking dummy, who we're gonna get into in a bit, but he's like, oh yeah, he's like, oh yeah, Trick's not good unless he's like, if you in the main event, he's not good, except for this main event he was in. Dave just trying to bury him. Oh man, it's just I don't know. Like, it's like when you're over, and that's what Trick represents. He should be NXT champ. He's the most over fucking guy in NXT. So, and then Meltzer just coping over it. I didn't give him a flute yet because we're gonna do that in a bit, folks. I assure you. Probably once Dynamite's done will be the best time to do it. But yeah, so this match is whatever. They're brawling outside. Mox is gonna do hardcore spots. Hopefully Will Hobbs doesn't get hurt. That's over under minutes on until Moxley bleeds. Who wants to take me up on a bet, guys? So that's awesome. And then speaking of like WWE talent and whatnot, the draft is coming up. So I wanted to maybe talk about this after, because I want to like go like who would draft against me. We should do a draft. I'll tell you guys. Well, someone in the chat has to convince me that they want to draft against me, and then we'll go back and forth. I'll go back and forth with someone in the chat. Someone's got to convince me if they're interested in doing this. You got to fucking make it happen here. But yeah, so I'm just looking at the draft pool right now. I just want to make sure that I didn't. So I want to talk about this FTC stuff in a minute as well. And then I got so much Dave, guys. And then Goldberg. Ooh, this is the best show. Sorry, we're just watching this match as well. 95 of you in here. Let's get these flicking likes up. Flicking likes up. 81 likes. That's good. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to bug you guys. If you get to 85, sweet. And I love you all, but someone in here tagged me and was like, set a chat here. Sorry. This guy, I love your podcast, but could you please stop using the air horn sounds? It's just too loud. No, I'll turn it down a bit, but I'm never going to stop using it, bruv. That's like, come on. What are you talking about? Are you trying to take one of my gimmicks away, bro? I ain't Jericho. I ain't switching up. The learning tree, Phil Marks. Who wants to draft against me, man? We got to figure out. We got to figure this out here. So yeah, Mox is rolling to the outside again, dude. Like, what the fudge cake? What the fudge cake? I hope this draft sticks this year. Yeah, it better fucking stick. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna. They said that the titles aren't no, he's not bleeding. Yeah. They say that the titles are still exclusive. So like champions can't be drafted. So basically Cody Rhodes is just over to SmackDown. All the WWE champions are on SmackDown. All the Raw champions the world champions are over on Raw. So like back in the late Attitude, early Ruthless Aggression era, it was the same thing like that. And then the women's tags are eligible to be drafted, but they're going to go to one show. So like if SmackDown drafts them both, they don't go to both brands anymore. What I think happens, and this is what I do in my WWE Universe modes, actually, when I play online. Or not online, pardon me, offline when I play 2K. I haven't got the new 2K. Crispin actually knows this because he was like, oh, dude, here, use mine. And then the shit didn't work either. I pulled my Xbox out of the closet. I'm working too much. I don't play. I plug it in to get the new 2K. It doesn't work. It's like fried. And Crispin's like, we'll get you another one. I plug his and it doesn't fucking work. I don't know if there's like something in my electrical in my house. I got to flip a break. I don't know what the fuck was going on. But anyways, in my universe modes, which I'm going to bring to PWT games, what I do is everyone wants a women's intercontinental title, right? Or North American title. So what's going to happen, folks, is the women's tag titles, I believe, are going to get drafted to SmackDown. And then the women's intercontinental title will be on Raw or vice versa. So the women's IC will go to SmackDown, and then the women's world, they'll call them the World Tag Team, women's World Tag titles will stay on Raw, which I think might happen just aesthetically. They look more like the Raw titles, or maybe I'm wrong on that, but either way, that's going to happen. And they're going to introduce like a women's Intercontinental title after the draft. And I wouldn't be shocked. I'd have to check my dates, but I wouldn't be shocked if the winner gets crowned internationally at Backlash or the next big international show that WWE does. So the draft pools, guys. Let's talk about the draft pools. So these people are available and then on both nights, all NXT stars are available. SmackDown, because they have a 2-hour show, they get less picks and a smaller pool. Raw gets more picks because they have an hour extra of TV. I guess that makes sense. I don't really like that, but it is what it is. It does make sense if you're just breaking down mathematics here and who they have time for on what show. And all NXT talents are allowed. The draft starts on SmackDown. Maybe I'll live stream watch SmackDown with you guys. I want to live stream every day with you guys. The Phil Marks vortex is growing stronger every day. And every day and every motherfucking day. Yeah, this match is already like, who's it getting over? It's just going on so long. Anyways, though, as far as the draft goes, people sharing stuff with me. Okay, so as far as the draft goes, SmackDown's pool is looking like, so it starts on Friday, and then on Monday it continues. Let's look at Odyssey Jones. So that's Raw. That's Raw. The Phil Marks learning tree sounds better. Yeah, it is better. I'm straight learning, you guys, man. How about PW? Like, again, I'm not trying to break news, but how about that? We talk on the show, Jacob Fatu, very soon, like next couple of shows. Boom, PW Insider. Just that's what I mean. You guys come here, you get a little taste, the Daddy Magic taste. Moxley has not bled, and he's probably did it because we know that we'd all meme the shit out of it and laugh at it. So he probably bet on himself to not bleed. That's how it makes sense to me, for sure. So, we're watching this match. Let's go through the draft pool. I need to draft against someone in chat. Like, I just want to go pick for pick, like who would do what. But we're going to have a little fantasy X-Files Mark draft. In just a sec. I'm actually going to grab a Red Bull, you guys. You hang tight, and let's see here. They're working a shoot work injury angle.
Obviously, having some trouble with that leg after crashing into the ropes. Moxley's really gotten into great shape. I mean, maybe the best I've ever seen him test. Yeah, he's definitely in great shape. There's no doubt about that, Mox. He's burning midnight oil and he brings a little water.
Baby. Yeah, guys, go and check out. Oh, I should have played you Hurricane, Marty McFlyer's song. Because that song's a slapper, man. He's like pumped. He's like, we could maybe win another Grammy with this one. And I'm like, hopefully. He won 2 this year, man. Nominated a bunch. He worked so hard for that shit. Shout out Marty. He might pop in a bit too. We're not that's not off the table. Boom, the Death Rider, just like the short version. This ref's okay too. I don't mind him too much, but he goes really high when he's counting though. Like, is that too picky for me? Just like, I try not to focus on Aubrey Edwards, but it's not my fault when they're like doing a dive and she's in the way. Like, we can't make this up. You know what I mean? People, have you all analyzed? I went and grabbed another Red Bull. I'm asking you guys, have you analyzed the draft pool here? Because I have, and we're gonna go through this. Holy shit, chat. Who called it? Are you still in chat? Who called it? You were like, Hobbs getting choked out. And he got fucking choked out. Literally slides in like a snake. Y'all, who called the choke out? Who would have thought any differently? Damn. Yeah, the commentary's trash. I called it earlier on the super chat. Yes, you did. Fucking A. Cover your ears if you don't like it. But John JID called it earlier on the super chat. You did, dude. That match was hot ass. Let's be real. Guys, everyone get into the chat because Tony Khan's about to be on camera, okay? We're about to react. What the fuck? And then Moxley's going, oh, you're a dead man and all this shit. Blah, blah. You're a dead man. You're a dead man? Really? Takeshita wants a shot at the IWGP title. He looks badass as fuck, but dude, he's just going to lose to Mox. God damn it. This is craziness. He looks like a straight up, like, badass fucking Yakuza villain. Oh, yeah, the Don Callis family. You guys, Tony Khan's about to come out here with Jack Perry and shit. Oh, my goodness. Everyone needs to get in here. So pretty much from this draft right here, so the first night pool is kind of like, okay, I feel like these two are obviously going to stick together. What if Roman goes elsewhere? But I just don't see that. It's crazy that Roman's just a guy who can be drafted. That's the craziest thing of all time. But I think we see these guys stick together. I think they probably go to SmackDown. Or no, they got to change it now. Yeah, probably Raw with the Netflix. Because you got to think, oh, man, see, this is tough. I'm actually interested to see. You got to think, though, Roman will be the first number 1 overall draft pick. You got to think that that's what's going to happen. Solo's going to be up there. You know, we're going to see guys like they're not going to break up, the Good Brothers. These guys aren't going to break up like Tama and fucking Solo. I could see the Usos getting on the same show again just to see Jay and Jimmy working together. I could see Andrade. I could see the LWO getting kind of broken up a bit if they're even in here. Like, they're not even in the pool, though. Like, Cedric Alexander is, but where the fuck is... Okay, so there's a lot of them down here. So basically, yeah, I mean, Alpha Academy might get split up a bit. Also, a lot of these people might not even end up being in the draft. But yeah, man, I don't know. The champs are gonna stay. So we know for sure that so we know Damian Priest is gonna stay on Raw. We know that Becky Lynch is gonna stay on Raw. We know that the Awesome Truth is gonna be on Raw. Shibata using his Google voicing. We know that, you know, and I think the women's tag titles will stay on Raw as well, if I had to guess. But so we know that all of those belts are over on Raw. Sami Zayn will stay on Raw as well. So you got to think Gunther might go to SmackDown. I'm going to predict Gunther gets drafted to SmackDown to chase after Cody / the US title. I'm going to say Roman goes to Raw because he's a draw and they could really use him there, especially with the ratings. Okay, Jack Perry's coming out. Jack Perry's coming out. God, I wish I could show this on the screen. No music. So what are they chanting at him? Someone tell me. What are they chanting? Jack beat the cancer? Oh my God. Oh, cry me a river. Oh, cry me a river. Yeah, see, there. So are they trying to get him over as a baby face? This is fucking.
We have business to handle. And I want to handle it right here, right now, face to face with Tony Khan.
Oh man, Tony McCon. Tony McCon, this is great.
This is great.
He's so happy. Remember, these fans here are paid tonight. They couldn't even get the fucking fans. It's paid attendance. Like, not they paid, like they were paid to be there, guys. And they're chanting this shit and siding with Perry. Actually booked smart and quite well for if you're just a casual television viewer. But Tony's going to be so awkward. He's our scapegoat. Like, people are telling he's our savior. He's our scapegoat. I think they're chanting. They're siding with Perry, though. They love him. I'm going to turn this up.
And since then, AEW has gone on to change the world.
AEW did not change the world, Jack Perry. That is Cope.
Now, Tony, it's no secret we've had our ups and downs. We haven't always seen eye to eye, but I want to tell you this right now. From the bottom of my heart, I swear to God, the only thing that I have ever wanted is what's best for AEW.
This is so cringe. Can you guys hear it? I don't care if it bleeds through. Don Stevens, what up? Yeah, so did everyone.
So I want to ask you,
So did Punk, you idiot.
to please shake my hand, reinstate me, and let's go on and continue to change the world together.
What? Oh, Tony's so cringe. Guys, chat. Chat, how cringe is Tony? Oh, he's overacting. Someone's got to tell him just chill. He was doing good for a bit. Look, Jack's going to attack him or some crazy shit. Okay, if the ratings and shit don't reflect this, this is the cringiest shit of all time. I'm not mad at this, though. This is like, oh, see, I told you. Oh, Tony, sell your gut. Yeah, you fuck. Oh, my God. Tony's Tony McCon, dude. Oh, my God, dude. This is hilarious. Tony Khan's an on-screen character. I told you guys.
This is great.
I told you guys. PWT. PWT's the GOAT. The GOAT show. Every Wednesday we're doing this, guys. I'm never not doing this with you guys anyway. This is tremendous. Look, they're going to get him. They're going to like power bomb. They're going to EVP trigger him. They're going to EVP trigger him. This is smart, man. AEW's doing the damn thing, bro. Look, Okada's going to get him. Watch. They're going to fuck him up too. Trust me. This is Tony Khan's wet dream come to life. This is Tony Khan's wet dream come to life. Oh my God. You guys, this is Tony Khan's wet dream. Oh my God, guys. Guys, at Pro Wrestle Times, fuck around. Oh my God. This is Tony Khan's wet dream come to life. I'm tweeting it out at Pro Wrestle Times on X. They just took Tony Khan out. He's selling. He's selling. He better never get up. They better Andy Kaufman him on a fucking stretcher out of there in a neck brace. His dream, bro. He's on screen selling. And then do you know what Meltzer and them are going to say? And then look, they're cheering him for attacking Tony. This is such a ass backwards company, bro. This is an ass backwards fucking company, dude. I love this segment, though. This is so smart. Everyone's going to be talking about it. It's so fucking smart. I'm talking about it. I am not mad at this at all. And it's going to be like, we're taking over fucking AEW and we're going to make it whatever. Then it's going to babyface Tony, sort of. But they're cheering what they just did to Tony. So is it really babyfacing him? Or is it like just fucking him completely by, you know? He's selling good, though. Just lay there and die, dude. Just lay there and die. Oh my God, chat. What did you guys think about that? Oh my goodness, man. What did you guys think about that? So Tony's selling his ass off. They're doing the right thing. It's like a serious thing. It's fucked that the crowd are applauding and chanting and going, yeah, Jack Perry, you just killed this dude who's like the ultimate helpless, defenseless babyface. That's how ass backwards the fucking company is in the way that they train the audience. Also, remember, these are paid attendance tonight. They couldn't even draw 2,000. This is really, they're doing this really well, guys. I know the chat's, Phil, what the fuck? But this is actually being done really well. And if you're going to use Tony, this was the way to eventually use him. They're not being, dude, Shad Khan's out there. I mean, hold on, guys. And they didn't do like a cheap overrun. Like this is to end the show. Tony didn't book this. Oh, and stay tuned for the overrun. And then the overrun was this. So it popped a rating. So we can't really tell. That may have just popped a rating. Are you guys paying attention to my numbers? As this was going on, when Tony Khan shows up on screen, the viewers go up for me too, Daddy. The viewers go up for everybody. I'm not like, Tony's a draw. But when they're doing this now, Tony was cheesy as fuck. I knew they were going to do some sort of like Tony McCon, Tony being on screen. I knew, if you guys are just tuning in, hit that like. We just witnessed Tony Khan and Jack Perry and the rest. But like I knew they were building towards Tony McCon. And I said last week when the Bucks were standing behind him and they're like, let's go out there. And he's like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Fuck yeah, this is great. When I saw that happen, I was like, he's 100% going to be like a heel type character and work himself into a heel. Now the crowd was just cheering against him, but I think they all worked that beautifully to where he is going to garner sympathy as a babyface. He was sort of cheesy with the acting and the facials, the over dramatic facials, right? Like there's a way to do it like Paul Heyman, and then there's Tony Khan's way, which is very comical and cartoony, but not in the way you want it to be. But either way, I'm not burying it at all, but he goes for that super cheesy, like Mickey Mouse, ho ho, this is great handshake. And so that was adorable, but I knew he's hugging him, leaning into the work shoot. I'm hugging him. I'm smiling at the camera. You knew he was going to stab him in the back and fuck him up. They built up to it good as well. Tony took the Meltzer driver, which they renamed the Tony Khan driver, the TK driver, whatever the fuck it was. So I just X'd it out on Twitter at Pro Wrestle Times. He just fucking had his wet dream fantasy come to life there. That's the first time. Now, if you've been to a live event, Tony Khan comes out and talks. I've seen him get in the ring. If you've been to a TV taping or whatever, or a live Dynamite, he gets in the ring. He talks to people. He's stone cold stunnered people. He's done some little shits like that. But this is the first time he showed up on screen and was like, this is great, you know? And he's like, let's do a gimmick and let's shake hands and continue to change the world. And exactly, Jack Perry story-wise, if you think about it, he has a back door. He doesn't need Khan to bring him in because the EVPs will just usurp Tony Khan and no, we're taking control of the power. So I'm actually putting this over. This Dynamite was really good. Some of the matches went too fucking long. I'm not gonna say really good. It was good, and that last angle has me legit buzzing for sure. And story-wise, this shit is all sort of making sense. Like if the Bucks are like, you know, the last thing we want is Tony trying to become Vince. So at least they're trying to put sympathy on Tony, and at least they're making it like they're leaning into, look, his company's out of control and he doesn't have leadership. And so the people, like, imagine this, because the bidding war of 2024, let me expose myself. The bidding war of 2024 is nothing. It's nada. MJF showed up on Twitter simping over fucking Dwayne The Rock Johnson, you know, over his ex's painting or whatever. So he's the bidding war of 2024 was an angle that they worked that didn't work at all. It got completely derailed. No, they thought everyone would be arguing about it, and no, MJF signing here, no, he's going to show up here, and that didn't really happen. Even at WrestleMania, people didn't really talk about that. But imagine this: I'm Fantasy Mark booking it, Phil Marks booking it here, Phil Marks bookmark booking it here. So MJF comes back, and he's the guy who's like, nah, fuck this devil shit. Tony Khan needs a lead, like someone like the Pillar talk, fuck all that, blah blah blah. Tony Khan needs me to come in and be the guy who fucking, you know, stands up and helps fight off these piece of shit elite motherfuckers. And maybe MJF, and what if the Pinnacle gets back together? MJF, FTR, and not Sean Spears, but and Wardlow, and they become the dudes, like, because Wardlow doesn't even really fit in that other faction, and they become the dudes like, yeah, we're going to defend AEW against these motherfuckers. They could do something really good here, guys. This could be something good. Now, I popped for that. That shit was kayfabed well. It was done well to where Tony Khan just got fucking pile drivered. He just laid there. When he first took the punch, it was like, wow. It reminded me of like Charlie Murphy, like from fucking Dave Chappelle show. You know, where I'm Rick James, bitch. And then he fucking Charlie Murphy kicks him and he's like, wow. And he goes flying into the glass and he hits the deck. Right. It reminded me a bit of that. Tony goes flying. Wow. And then he like grabs his gut as I'm saying, yo, sell your stomach, you fucking idiot. But he remembered to do it. That was good. Someone probably yelled it at him. And to do this in Jacksonville where Shad Khan could come out and be like, what the fuck? That was really done really well, guys. I'm so sorry, chat. I'm not looking at chat yet because I know you're all probably cooking me like, fuck you, Phil. There's no way. I'm not looking at chat right now. I'm just spitting. I'm just cracking a Red Bull and spitting my sauce. You guys got me here. And we still got Phil Marks bookmarks to get into. But anyways, I thought that was done really well. And then you had, and then Tony was laying there flat as a pancake, not making a goofy face. He actually did a really good job. I said it. I was like, they need the stretchers. The locker room empties out. What the fuck? And they're scared to run up on the Bucks too, because, oh, why didn't people come out and beat up the Bucks? That's what detractors are going to say, the E-drones, if you will. But here's the thing. Oh, what? Phil Marks is pro AEW now. Jim Cornette, what's up, dog? No, I love Jimmy, and I would kill for him to ever come on the show. But here's the thing, though. I'm putting this over heavily because you can't just come out and attack Okada and the Bucks and these guys. They're EVPs. You can't just do that. So yeah, dude, I don't know. I thought they did that really well. I'm actually gonna give that a round of applause for that final shit. Tony Khan was and yeah, so let me just think, is there anything else I didn't say that I feel like it needs to be said? I felt like it was produced well. Doing that in Jacksonville was really a good idea. It's like their home. It's where Tony, well, we had a Jacksonville fan earlier say, yo, we hate him here, but I mean, they paid, remember guys, 112 of you here, let's get the likes up to 100, but the people who tuned in, they were paid attendance. We covered it way earlier in the show. There was a bunch of people paid to be in attendance at this fucking show. And that's real. Like the newspapers were writing about it. I saw big giveaways on X, you know, with influencers and whatnot. So not to diminish anything, but you know, there could have been some crowd direction. The people who were there were obviously the real diehards. They couldn't even put 2K people in there. So there was some, it's not that like when you see them applauding Jack Perry, I think that's where that comes out where you're like, oh fuck, they're applauding. Like, we want Perry to be the ultimate fucking heel. They were sort of cheering what the Bucks did to Tony Khan at first. They played it out. Now that's on the fickle fan base. This is what Paul Nolan always points out. He's like, I thank AEW for taking the fans who like throw beach balls around at WWE pay-per-views and tried to fucking hijack the shows when the creative was mid. Like, those guys are all just over watching AEW, and they cheer for, everyone's a tweener and they cheer for this and that. And that's what Paul Nolan's analysis is. He's been to a plethora of fucking WrestleManias and SummerSlams and all of this. Marty McFly more or less agrees to. He's seen Tony Khan. He's been hanging out next to him fucking at a SummerSlam and shit. So, if you go to, I don't know, like I was at a Dynamite, I was booing the shit out of Garcia, and it was almost like the rest of the crowd was shocked, like, oh, you're booing Garcia? And it's like, yeah, I don't like this motherfucker, you should be allowed to boo who you want. But AEW, like, Kenny Omega gets on the mic during commercial break or after the show when they're setting up for Rampage. He's like, make sure to cheer everyone, even the wrestlers you don't like. So there's some of that going on at Daly's Place is all I'm trying to get to. And the fans are confused a lot of time. And a lot of time they're the ultra fickle ones. That's why I feel like people think the AEW fan base is uber toxic. We covered it before, Finn Balor resigns with WWE earlier in the show. We covered it. Oh, they're calling him Prince Devitt now. But I thought you guys wanted Prince Devitt in AEW. So either way, not to trash everyone, not to make it a trash cast. 120 of you here. I'm going to read chat soon, guys. Don't worry, chat. I'm getting to you guys. I got to rant and rave and do my thizzle. That's why you thizzle. That's why you guys are here, as Snoop Dogg would say. So overall, though, I feel like the crowd started to go, yeah, this is kind of fucked up, as the locker room poured out and you see Shad Khan and everything. I think the crowd started to go, damn, this is actually fucked. And good on Tony Khan and good on the Bucks. They obviously took care of him, I guess. And I've been saying week to week, like, at least they're trying. I applaud anyone doing character work. So Jack Perry's doing great character work. He shouldn't have been like, thank you and applauded, but he is being like the schmarmy LA prick. They need to stick Anna Jay with him like yesterday, like last year. He needs to be slapping her on the ass and pulling her in and doing the Edge Lita thing, but don't copy that. But he needs to be like treating her like a piece of meat, and just like rowl up the internet. I would fucking, that would be so good. Let me X-Files myself. I think that I'm really excited by this. If you guys can't tell, like, this is actually done really well. And it was executed well. But I will say, just on TV, like, AEW just needs to work on, here's the baby faces, here's the heels. And the reason that people might go, oh, well, it's 2024, you come, that's all dumb talk. And those people think they're smart. They're always gatekeeping, and like, they think they're smart. They think they're like above everyone else. Oh, it's whatever, it's a work, who cares if they're tweeners? Dude, it's just the fact that if you want AEW to be successful, heels and baby faces matter. It's all a part of the storytelling, good versus evil. You got to lean into that. Trust me, it will work so much. So if they do this angle, I know everyone wants to be MJF to be a heel and everything, but if they do this correctly, they could bring MJF back as like the real, like the Cody Rhodes, or not that much, but like the defender of AEW against these fucking pricks who we all criticize for running amok. This could work. Now, do we credit the Jack Perry CM Punk tape and them airing that as the catalyst? If we go back in the history books, it might actually be airing that tape that started if people tune in next week, I'm actually compelled to tune into next Dynamite. Now, if they try and continue this story on Rampage and fucking Collision, but like, okay, that'll be an epic fail. But if they just continue this story on Dynamite and show me the same players. Now, I blued this Dynamite to death in that ending angle. What can they improve on? More character work everywhere. And also more or less match time. Like, these matches did not all need to be. That's always the criticism of AEW. Imagine if the whole show was awesome angles like the one that they just presented us with right there. There's a shitload of chats. I've got some super chats here. So Kenny comes back to side with Tony and teams with who? Boo!
Dummy.
Honestly, I think I'm just trolling now. I think Will Ospreay as well could be one of those guys. And thank you for the $5 super chat, Woody Allen. You're the fucking man. So Kenny exactly. Kenny's back next week. Hey, Bucks, what the fuck are you guys doing? And he was on his stream going, yo, I agree. Sometimes people got to fight. And he was on his stream going, yo, I don't even have power like an EVP. Leave me out of that shit. He's going to be like, Bucks, what the fuck? And then they're going to be like, join us. Nah. And then we're going to get Okada and Kenny. You know, maybe they build up to that properly or something. Dude, it's going to be like MJF, Kenny, maybe FTR sides with them. I don't know. I feel like they've been kissing too much bum lately, but they've been kind of kissing Tony's bum. So there you go. They've been kissing the right bum. And so who knows, man? Maybe that's who I like that you brought up Cody, because I was ranting and Kenny, pardon me. I was ranting and raving and I didn't even think of Kenny. You know what I mean? So awesome. Awesome stuff. I'm actually looking forward to see what happens next week. But again, this whole show, people are going to come on and be like, that was the best Dynamite ever. Again, it wasn't. That last angle was really good. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Round of applause for you. We have John JID in the chat. Applause for you as well. For $2 says, if MJF comes back as a babyface, I'm done with AEW. Well, what if he comes back the way I fantasy Mark booked it? Or do you not like that either? Like, he comes back and then he can always turn heel again. But I think you are right. Him leaning into, like, he's our scumbag. But then again, that's what they did for so long. Maybe, so the ratings, it didn't work. But maybe it's the way to go. Maybe it's thank God it's not Jericho. That's all I gotta say. You know, thank God it's not Jericho, the learning tree. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I really, really, really appreciate that. And so much of you. So we have people saying like it's all cartoonish. It's like kids cosplaying Attitude Era fair. Yeah, I mean, that's fair if that's your right. This would have been good if they did it in September. All this heel EVP shit is a little too late for me. Okay, little too late for some people. Imagine them doing some shit on Rampage after the parking lot brawl with the best friends. But he will be on everyone's favorite douchebag. It's true. MJF needs someone actually good to feud with. Well, bro, fucking Jack Perry now. Guys, in the chat, is Jack Perry more over with you? Let me know when we get to bookmarks, LMAO. I thought this segment was complete ass. Oh, my God. Oh, Jake. Are super chats not coming through, LOL? No, they are, brother. I'm so sorry. I just did not see them. I was just working. I had to work that shit out in my brain. I had to give you guys the steak. You know what I mean? You can't attack EVPs, but you can the owner. No, listen, Alt Jake. See, I ranted and raved. This is a while ago. Listen, when you're the EVPs, you can attack the owner, right? But then because you have like pull in the fucking company, but then the baby fate like Commander can attack the EVPs, bro. You'll lose your fucking job. And then maybe Tony Khan goes, no, but I'm going to keep him. But the whole story is that like the Bucks could sign Jack Perry. We sign all of our friends. We have that authority. It's almost like, and then Tony Khan's like, what the fuck? I didn't give you that authority. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the owner and you guys are, so dude, it's like it's like a power struggle. It's something. Scully vibes for $10. Oh shit. Since he's a whole vibe, we got to play him some tunes. Got to play you some tunes, my brother. Scully vibes for $10 says, MJF is best as a heel, and I'd have him be the one to beat Swerve. Dude, that is Will Ospreay at Wembley who's going to beat Swerve. MJF stays over as the top heel, and you pair baby faces with him to build someone up. Fully agree. Ospreay versus MJF with a proper build would be fire. I agree. And maybe, yeah, I think Ospreay versus MJF is gonna happen after Wembley. I think it's Ospreay's gonna go after that international title. I think he's gonna then merge it with Strickland's world title at All In Wembley. And then I think we see MJF come back and then possibly Yeah, you know what I mean? Feud with him with Osprey after that, MJF. Because I'd keep him heel too, but I'm just trying to paint a scenario of where they could go with it. Change someone out, swap out MJF for someone, you know? But yeah, I think I don't know. I pop for this. Fucking my own listeners are like, fuck this, dude. So there we go. And you're welcome to fucking not like my opinion on that. If someone can argue to me why this segment was asked, I don't know, but I like Scully Vibes' optimism as well. That last segment was great, I thought. And we'll see. Did the ratings do good? Because they announced in the middle of the show, Tony Khan and Jack Perry and blah, blah, blah. I don't know, man. People don't seem to like it. That's okay. Thanks so much, Scully Vibes, for the super chat. I really, really appreciate that. And yeah, I'm trying to get to more chats here. And thank you. I don't know if you're a first timer, but Jack Perry has a smarmy dickhead Nepo baby heel works. Is he done with House of Torture? No, so that's just it. They have the New Japan show coming up for the fucking Uber marks like myself, so he has like a House of Torture faction in New Japan. It's like a bunch of dudes, and he's kind of like, they flock around him. Sorry, getting hydrated. So they will all show up at that New Japan show and start beating the shit out of people. For sure. Maybe they try and invade and there's like invasion shit. I'm being very optimistic here. Do I think if you give Tony the ball, he's going to run with it and be successful? I can't honestly say that. I can't have full faith and confidence that that's going to happen, to be perfectly honest with you guys, with chat. But I definitely, I'm going to be optimistic. You guys know how I do on this show, man. I'm not going to I liked it. It was popping me. I was calling it out too. I was like, Tony, sell your shit. Like, this is goofy. But then they sort of saved it. I did it all in real time. So my reiteration of it, me just sort of babbling it back out to you guys like that for 10 minutes, sort of, I still feel the same way about it. I feel like that was a solid way to end the show. I'm not going to lie. Like when Shad came out, I was like, shit, and the crowd reacted. Again, paid crowd attendance, so we don't know. They were being directed. They got Ellen's former employee fucking... Okay, for $10, Savage Wrestling Podcast. My goodness, man. We're going to play... Play you some tunes while I answer your super chat here. Sorry to ask when I can make... Don't ever be sorry, dude. Don't be sorry here. When can I make an appearance on your podcast and just talk wrestling? I'm a 50-50 guy. Savage, we'll do that. We'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. I'll get you in on a live show panel sooner than later. Just keep DMing me, and I'll come do your show, and you can come do a live show, or who knows? Maybe you can do like a review show and chop it up with me on like a pre-recorded PWT pod. We could do that. Yeah, I can come I can pop into when you do a live. You just got to let me know. And maybe if I'm free, I'll just pop in and just shoot the shit for an hour or something. But yeah, man, we'll definitely do that, man. And yeah, I know I listened to some of your stuff. I tuned into it. You sent it to me, and you guys can send me anything, memes, artwork, get in the Discord, and you guys can post whatever there. Just don't be spammy and weird. That's all we ask. Okay. And Chris Benoit will be in there calling it down the line, brother. And yeah, I know. Yeah. You're a 50-50 guy. I skimmed through one of your longer shows there, and I saw, and definitely. So I just appreciate you, and you're always here showing support, man. You don't need to be sorry ever as well here at PWT, man. We call it, and thank you so much for this. I really appreciate the $10 super chat. And yeah, Savage Wrestling Podcast, go and check out his channel. He's a new young little channel, and he's blowing it. He's trying to blow it up and ride the wave. And yeah, a friend of PWT's, absolutely. So don't tell me what to do. Yeah. Hey, man, that's his job. We got him in there. Just Chris Benoit's in there. Absolutely. just having a blast modding this show, I'm sure. We needed one for so long. A bunch of you guys were like, we need mods. I'm like, yeah, dude, we definitely do. So before all this, we were talking about the draft. I think we talked about the draft enough. Pretty much. It's going to be quite interesting. We'll cover it. I would have fantasy drafted someone, but I don't know if anyone is too interested in that. So there's a couple things that I want to talk about. Basically, WWE's, well, I just wanted to quickly say WWE's ratings sort of took a bit of a hit as well lately, so they need to step that up. Like, we're keeping a watchful eye. It's not like it's all peaches and cream everywhere, and it's like, oh yeah, sorry about that, and like, oh yeah, they're not, you know, their attendance though and their houses are up everywhere, so we do give them a bit of a pass on that. Like, yeah, it's slower. There's like hockey playoffs and a bunch of other shit going on, so you know, not that they get a pass, but we're watching you, WWE. You can't be losing 800,000 viewers as well. But that's like more than fucking, that's like more than AEW even gets, you know? So I'm curious to see what this show did. Probably it won't be a good rating. Scully Vibes became a YouTube member. Round of applause for Scully Vibes. Thank you so much. And guys, you can gift memberships. They're 99 cents fucking Canadian. So do it up, and let's there'll be some members polls and then members show that eventually happens, and you guys will get to tell me what we're talking about. Thank you, Scully Vibes, man. Your first time in here, and I think we chatted it up before, I don't know, but welcome nonetheless. Thank you for being here. So yeah, we are going to do Phil Mark's bookmarks, of course, and everybody's favorite segment that is about to happen, and you all know it. And but first, what do we have queued up here? So this Don Stevens guy, I just want to talk about this. So this guy, like, he said he'd do the podcast, but people would recognize him via his voice. And he's like a extra. He says he was one of the people who did Bailey's entrance and all that. And people hate this dude. Like, they go after him because he's always shitting on AEW, and it's a Don Stevens account. But he just is like, yeah, I keep it real. And he's posted like actual contracts and oh, I've been tapped. Thank you. I've been tapped into your videos the last months. Haven't caught your lives yet. Yo, dude, thank you so much. And yeah, the long form stuff is over at Pro Wrestle Times. Pro Wrestle Clips is just all the fun little videos and the clips of the shows. And yeah, dude, the lives happen Wednesdays and Saturdays. So thank you, and hopefully see more of you, my friend. It's good that you're here. I appreciate you very much. So anyways, though, Don Stevens, AEW. So I've DM'd with this guy. He sent me some paperwork. He's had some contracts that are very like, damn, I don't know. They're just too legit, you know, like, and he's like, yeah, I've taken AEW for money and whatever. I'm an extra. And he told me he'll come on the show when he's done wrestling in the next year or two. But he gets steady work. He was one of the guys who carried Bailey at WrestleMania, apparently. And then Bailey tweeted out after he pretty much, he didn't just claim that, but someone guessed it. And he was like, yeah, you're right. And Bailey was like, no, I only knew two of the guys carrying me, actually. So I don't know. And then this guy's like, here's catering with this sign, this yellow sign you see. And then Shayna, people were like, oh, fuck out of here. But then Shayna Baszler posted like a TikTok, and her TikTok, fucking, she was eating the same shit and the same sign. And someone came under this guy's thing and was like, there's no, that's not the sign for catering. And then like Shayna Baszler posts a TikTok and she has the same sign like sitting on her table next to whatever. Now, I'm not saying he's stealing a picture. Like, her TikTok was completely different. But the thing is this guy's like, no, they had a veggie option, a whatever option, a this. And then in Shayna's thing, you see who is it? Like, one of the other girls backstage, like, she's dishing up like what this guy was talking about. So I don't know. Don Stevens said he would come do the show, but his voice would give him away and people would figure it out because he's done enough extra work for both companies and worked the indies enough to where it would stooge himself. So he doesn't want to fuck any of that up. but I don't know if I believe him, guys. I'm not just believing him, but I'm just piecing together little things I notice myself. And vegan option for Sammy, yeah. And so I don't know. He hasn't done anything too fishy to make me go, I don't believe this guy, but also like, why would I believe this guy? Either way, hopefully he comes on the show one day. That's why that was in Phil Marks's bookmarks. Because hopefully he'll come talk. He said he will when he retires or whatever. So before we get into Phil Marks's bookmarks, we have two sort of bigger stories. So Tanahashi just puts over Shawn Michaels. That's really cool. Obviously the status guy, what's the status guy? He violated the terms of service. WWE, if you guys are into 2K, he creates and mods the game and they fucking banned him. Oh, Regina Sharp became a YouTube member. Yeah. Let's thank you, Crispin, for pointing that out to me. See, that's why we need this motherfucker here. Thank you so much. A round of applause for Regina Sharp, new member of the channel. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, enjoy what it comes with. You know, sometimes videos go early. Some of the special ones I work on. You know, we try and get to all of the member chats, but it's tough. You know, I really try, and especially when I'm ranting and raving. And thank you so much for being here. We love you. So I don't know, what's the status guy got banned. We don't need to talk about that too much. So we got some Nick Nemeth, though. He pretty much, did I unbookmark? But no. So Nick Nemeth sort of buries WWE, and he goes, I go, man, I don't want to be tied down. I want to be like a hired gun that bounced around because I just got out of a long-term relationship, 19 years, most abusive relationship of my life. WWE did kind of slap him around a bit. Because I just got out of it. So I said, I don't want to like put down it like for the next 3 years I'm stuck in this deal, whether I hate you or you hate me or it all works out. I go, let me just do the dates. I'm not going to screw you guys over. I'm rooting for you and I want to help. So I did a certain amount of dates and then re-up for double dates. I go, I believe in this product. Let's go. So, okay. I don't know, man. Basically Nick Nemeth doing his TNA thing. Can't hate on that. Working probably with other promotions as well, obviously New Japan and whatnot. But he's he's saying he was in an abusive relationship. So is that burying? I don't know. I'm going to put it in the title of the clips and people can get mad about it in the comments. But then also Nick Nemeth goes on to face at Triple Mania. He's taking on Alberto El Patron at Triple Mania. Now, guys, Alberto, didn't he do some like heinous crimes or something? Like, what the fuck is going on with that? Like, didn't he? So I don't know if I'm not the one trying to go, yeah, let's give heat on all these people or get mad at Dolph Ziggler and cancel him or whatever. Nick Nemeth, pardon me. This match will be crazy. They're old friends. They're two guys who are going to probably put on a good match, and shout out Triple A. But in April 27th, so that's in a few days. So like, what is this match? Like, I thought fucking Del Rio disappeared and was just no one wanted to book him, but I guess it all blew over. I don't know. He was accused of some crazy shit. Fuck AAA for booking. There you go, right? So I'm not familiar, guys. You guys got to fill Marks in on that. You got to fill Marks in on that. But they've been promoting it for a while now. Okay, so I just saw this and bookmarked it because I did not know. I didn't realize that. Another thing, though, I wanted to get Evil Dose in here about to talk about this. Oh, we did the botches already. But we're just gonna he's not here. I just wanted him to talk about this because he's just way smarter than I am, and he's more legally, you know what I mean? Even he'd probably be like, oh no, I'm not, definitely not. But so the FTC, man, this is a huge thing, man. The FTC just banned non-compete agreements. The Federal Trade Commission has just issued a final rule making it illegal for bosses to make workers sign non-competes in any scenario and voiding nearly all existing non-competes. This is a game changer for American workers. So we don't need to listen to the 4 minutes of this. We know what it does. Now look at this. Shout out at More Perfect US, but this is they're like a union group, whatever. But this is a step in unionizing. Like, this is a step in the direction of wrestlers might go, well, maybe we should unionize now or whatever. But all non-competes will be lifted as well. So these 90-day non-competes that they dole out will just be null and void. And then WWE can't like immediately when they get released, you can Rick Root it and show up the next, you can Lex Luger it and just show up the next day. Chat, what do you guys think about that? That's fucking crazy to me. I think that that's insane that, like, this is a game changer for American workers, but goddamn, that no compete, dude, the rule goes into effect after 120 days, but lawsuits are expected that could delay it. Because, yeah, they'll be sued. Like, WWE will join in with a bunch of other Tony Khan, AEW, no, we agree with the FTC, huh? Especially the Bucks. They tombstone me. But, it is a game changer as far as a game changer, haha, especially for WWE, because they're infamous for that 90-day no compete. But yeah, it will delay things. This shit'll go probably like over a year with being sued and shit like that, for sure. But 120 days, a lot of workers you're gonna see, or maybe not. Like, we don't know the WWE releases. Like, let's think about it. In 90 days, some of these guys can start, like Von Wagner can start wrestling again. So yeah, I mean, that'll be before this takes effect anyways. But all I'm saying is will change the way contracts are structured, change the way deals are done, change the way talent are released, etc., etc. So this ruling is for unpaid non-competes. See, Alt Jake, you're smarter than me too, motherfucker. Why aren't you on here talking about this? Yeah, gender comes out and fight. Or be CM Punk. Yeah. Being challenged, not in effect yet. Not all non-competes. Okay. So maybe it doesn't affect independent contractors or something. Okay, yeah. So the chat is going, nah, Phil. Nah. So maybe it's not game changing, but we're gonna follow up on this, and I'll bring. Actually, you know what? I have like a lawyer from UCLA trying to get on the show, who wants to analyze Dave. He has like a journalist. He's got like a BA in journalism and all this shit. And he's like, no, I want to analyze Dave. Let me know when's appropriate. So I'm going to set it up with him. And as this develops, he'll come on and just break this shit all down for everybody. Definitely. But you know me, I'm interested in all of this stuff. This is all a part of identifying trends and how things are going to work and why and what works and what doesn't. And So, guys, there was people burying AEW a little bit. And one of them was a New Japan talent. Now, we know that they do the work, shoot work. NXT is only 30-day. Thanks for letting us know that. You know that the New Japan guys will do the shoot work. And following the announcement of Jon Moxley defending the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship against Powerhouse Hobbs on Dynamite, Tsuji has said that AEW lacks respect for the IWGP and just wants to exploit New Japan. Goddamn. So I think, I can't remember what faction he's in. I think right here, that's Los Faction in Grenoble, Japan, or whatever the fuck it's called. You guys are like, Phil Marks, you're a mark. And I know I am. But yeah, this guy just goddamn buried AEW right there. Tsuji, I'm not entirely familiar with him. Has a cool look if that's him. Hopefully he's a worker or something, a wrestler. But we're about to get into Dave Meltzer's moment here. But before we do, someone else buried AEW. and he's a legend in the game, and Dave's going to cope about it. So that's the funny part that we're about to get into. And here's the quote from Goldberg, but I actually have the audio right here. Here is Bill Goldberg right before we get into Dave Meltzer coping. Here's Bill Goldberg explaining why he wouldn't join AEW, even though he's had numerous offers, et cetera, et cetera. And this was on 93.7 The Ticket. So like domestic radio somewhere. So shout out Bill Goldberg. Here's Bill Goldberg talking about why he didn't sign with AEW.
I'm just kind of curious if you've ever had a conversation with Tony Khan about ever joining AEW at any point. I'm just kind of curious if that conversation ever even took place.
I've talked to him a number of times throughout the past, but and this is where you're going to get the most blunt answer you're going to get from me. The product's too cheesy. The product is too cheesy. It doesn't deserve to have. I mean, whatever. I mean, it's not. You're really going to get me going. But if there was a comparable, viable option as a competitor that would allow me to still look myself in the mirror after I was a member of
Jesus Christ
their roster, then it would be a consideration, but not a chance.
I'm just kind of curious if you've ever.
Yeah, so Goldberg just fucking buries AEW right there. Now, some people are saying it's sour grapes. It's because Tony won't sign him for the money he wants. It could be some of that because Goldberg's a bit of an ego guy. But I don't think it's all that. I think some of it is I think he is right about just like it's kind of cheesy and just the fact that because he does have a bit of an ego, like, okay, he wants to come in and who am I working with? Like Goldberg's not just going to like take the money. Like, okay, the guy represents Goldberg, does everyone's deals, like Jericho's deal and I think Omega's deal and everyone. Eric Bischoff's clowned on it. I think it's Barry Bloom. He's like, Barry Bloom's taken more money for Tony Khan than anyone, he makes a living off it. So Goldberg's not just like trying to burn that bridge entirely. I think maybe just WWE hit him up and like, you don't want to do that or something. Or maybe Tony was like, yeah, we'll have you, like, what do you want to do? And blah, 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 blah. And I just think maybe Goldberg, his ego is like, yeah, I can't go into this goose. Or because I don't think he's fully motivated by money, or we'd see him more and more and more. We'd see Goldberg like just in the WWE way more as well, right? But also he knows that like the Triple H, like they kind of had heat back in the day. And so who knows, man? Who knows what happens with all this? But he buried it. But guys, it's time for everyone's favorite segment, which ties into this because there's some cope that's happening, and it is from our boy Seltzy Meltzy in everyone's favorite segment that is called Dave Meltzer, Dumb Moment of the Week. So Dave Meltzer on Goldberg saying AEW is too cheesy for him despite previously competing in WCW and WWE. Look at the way this is framed. Goldberg saying AEW is too cheesy despite even though he competed in WCW and WWE. So are you calling those cheesy? AEW's way cheesier than either of them. Exactly. I think Goldberg would take less money if the product was better. Jimmy B, absolutely. Thank you, Jimmy B. Good to see you're here. So here's Dave Meltzer now coping about fucking Goldberg. My gut is that it's probably just his asking price must have been high. Fuck out of here. Well, Tony, you got outbid. So Dave's coping over Ospreay. Oh, fucking Triple H just got outbid. He just got outbid. Deal with it. Tony Khan can get those free agents. But then now it's like, oh, his asking price was too high. Well, which is it? And then the AEW stands are like, do you guys want Goldberg or fucking not? We got AEW Real One coping as well, we're about to get to. But anyways, Dave says, I mean, Tony Khan last year on multiple occasions talked about how he's friends with Bill Goldberg. No, Tony, you're not friends with anyone. You just like to hug everybody and then you know, and this is great. So they've been talking and you get the impression he was going to come in, but then he never did. Probably because he's watching the show and is going, what the fuck? And then also, oh, they're friends. So, but what he asked was too high. But Dave always says that Tony can get all the free agents and that Triple H gets outbid, but then they're friends, but he just won't come in just because maybe he asked too much money. Like fucking Dave's just coping. I haven't heard any further details from either side on what like exactly that meant. Batman, if it was a money thing or he just didn't like the product and he's entitled to not like the product, whatever. But my God, WCW, whatever, in that era, although I know he probably didn't like the product all that time too, but my God, WWE, oh, Dave's offended. Oh, Dave's so offended. My God, I mean, WCW and WWE were cheesier. They did cheesies. They had a birth to hand, for God's sake. I got so cheesy. Oh, compared to AEW? Dude, yes. Like, yes, dude. If you, Dave, like you're in the vast minority here when it comes to this, right? I would have had him fucking defend Sting. I'd have had Edge turn heel and go Edge and Christian versus Goldberg and Sting or some shit. I would have did something crazy like that. Yeah, so it's just complete, just cope, man. Copium on the highest order of the highest order. And then you also have like WWE Real One here coping. Nobody was looking for Goldberg to join AEW. That's what he says 2 days ago. Boom. At Breakerific comes with the receipts. Here's Real One. On behalf of AEW, we do want Goldberg. See these fickle marks a year ago. This guy, this Real One's a fucking idiot. You know, and I'm trying to get him on the show, like really bad. And it's not going to be like a gotcha, I clown you and I just want to talk to him.
Emotional damage.
These guys are coping like motherfuckers, right? So Dave Meltzer has more to say, though. And speaking of free agents, you know, and the people being released from WWE, etc., Dave Meltzer on AEW's approach to signing future free agents following reported interest in Finn Balor had he not re-signed with WWE. I know that AEW was looking at people whose contracts are up. Whether they get anyone, I don't know, but they're definitely looking. Sometimes you think that they made this big investment with Okada, Ospreay, and Mercedes, and maybe they're not looking for other people, but they still are. All ex WWE or what, guys? Like, come on. What's up, chat? All ex WWE or what? It's like, come on, man. And I'm not trying to roast them, but like, who are they going to sign? Von Wagner? No one's going to sign there. Like, people are like Tyler Black and Rebecca Quinn are leaving there. They'll never leave WWE. You have to be high on meth. You have to be high. I want to get high. Look at Tony. You got to be like fucking geeked like this right here to think that type of shit. But like, go ahead and sign. I hope they sign Trevor Lee, but like, go ahead and sign people. Like, the fuck, you know? So again, Meltzer just like, oh, they're definitely looking, but whether they get anyone or don't, I don't know. But they are looking, but maybe they're not. All right, just making it up as you fucking go. And then Dave Meltzer, you know, goes on to talk about as far as. So he talks about Will Ospreay and stuff. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get. I need the blue check so I can get the book, the folders for the bookmarks. Because yeah, so Dave talks about some more free agents. Dave Meltzer on Von Wagner's release. That one surprised me, not like the other ones. The thing on him that surprised me, it wasn't that many years ago where people from the company were talking about that this guy was the future WrestleMania main eventer, which I didn't see. I never did see that. Dave, who the fuck said Von Wagner was a future Hall of Famer? Not PWT, bro. Not nobody over this way. You know, many were saying in that company not long ago, what, Vince was giving you intel, bro? Who? Terry Taylor? No one was telling you that. He doesn't have charisma to be at that level. Yeah, no one said he's going to be that level, bro. That's the dirt sheets. That's you, Dave. That's you guys saying, oh, he's going to be at that level. That's the way Vince sees him. Look at the push he's getting. Batman. So I was thinking, what? Because he's tall and blonde? This isn't like the 80s. Tall and blonde isn't enough. And as a wrestler, he was passable. The only thing, maybe it was just that people saw him as like, no, this is a guy we can mold. This is a guy we can mold from the ground up. He's an open, like Meltzer, you're not there in NXT seeing how these guys train and seeing what people are receptive to information and who's good at what. And like, you don't fucking see none of that. So shut the fuck up. Anyways, the only thing I know about this one is that there's a main roster decision. So listen to Dave here. Dave goes, even though he was not working on the main roster, he was working in NXT. He is technically, like Zion Quinn, they are main roster wrestlers. Why? Because Zion did a job to Breaker because he's worked him in NXT before and they called him up just to be a squash match. Like, come on. They were considered main roster wrestlers. Therefore, because they were not being used on the main roster, the decision was made to dump them. So, like, listen to Dave. Just like, do you think Triple H is this incompetent? Like, this is what Triple H is doing behind the scenes. Essentially, they felt that he had been a main roster wrestler for a year and they hadn't used him. And if they're not going to use you, you're going to get cut. Do you honestly think that Dave completely fabricated that? Do you think Shawn Michaels and Triple H are sitting there going, well, we kayfabe drafted him to the main roster, and since he's not on the main roster, we'll just cut him. Then why do they send main roster people down to NXT? Dave, you fucking dummy. Jeepers, man.
Dummy, yeah.
Like, God damn it. A Wrestling Observer Radio. Who said this? Dave? Yeah, Dave Meltzer. So that's just so fucking dumb. Triple H isn't an incompetent like you. He would never say or do that. He would never. He obviously factored in that he was a main roster guy. Odyssey Jones is in this draft. They obviously are still using him. We don't know with Odyssey Jones. Oh, where's Odyssey Jones? He hasn't been used. We didn't know with Bray Wyatt, and then Bray Wyatt, RIP, passed away. Where's Odyssey Jones? Maybe he has health problems. Maybe there's something going on. We don't fucking know. But with Von Wagner, Dave's just completely like Triple H isn't an incompetent guy going, well, in the kayfabe roster, we didn't use him. Like, that's such bullshit, man. I can't believe that. You know what I mean? So Dave Meltzer goes on to talk more about WWE. And Dave Meltzer on Giovanni Vinci's future after being kicked out of Imperium on Raw. Guys, I don't want to be a hater. I could see Vinci getting released out of nowhere. And I love Imperium. I don't think they'll do it. He's great. But I could just see him being a guy that's like, oh, there's nothing for you kind of thing. People are like, call Dragunov up to fight. He'll replace Vinci. It's like, no. He'll team with Vinci and fight Gunther and Ludwig. Like, you don't. That's so stupid. You don't put fucking Dragunov in Imperium. That's so dumb. Let Imperium, it ran its course. Let everyone split up and do their own things. Anyways, Meltzer's got an opinion on it. He says, I tell you what, I do not like Vinci's chances at all out of this Imperium split. Just the generic bot answer. See, even me, I was like, I could see him getting released. That's a bot answer. I retract that. Vinci's going to be a fucking future Hall of Famer now. Okay, because people are saying it. Oh, Marty Jannetty. He's the Marty Jannetty. Come on. I don't see that for him. I just see them being like, oh, bald guy, peace, you know. Got a few of those already, peace. But anyways, he might be gone. And if he's not, he'll get his run with Kaiser. And I don't know what he can do after that. Yeah, fuck you, Dave. I'm not siding with Dave on this. Vinci will feud with Kaiser and then he'll be a jobber for a bit, or maybe he'll fucking find his own, dude, and just come into it. He takes his body seriously. Obviously, Gunther and Kaiser do too, and they're all boys. And who knows? Maybe this feud goes really hard and we see some great matches out of Vinci. And I don't know, but I'm not going to side with Dave on this. I'm gonna retract that dummy shit I was just saying.
Dummy, yeah.
Flip-flopping like Hillary Clinton out here. And yeah, I think Imperium, yeah, I see it in the chat here. They should have got a tag title run, but not everybody does. And maybe Vinci and Ludwig come back together one day, right? That's what it boils down to with some of these teams sometimes, man. Because Ludwig, you can tell, like, they've been giving him his own solo promos, like he's ready to break out. Like, we've all known this for a while. Yeah, we've all known this for a good while here. So, yeah, Dave Meltzer, though, he continues along just while he's on the topic of WWE stuff. And of course, Brian Alvarez gets lumped into this because he's a fucking dummy dumb. Dave Meltzer believes, or no, we'll use that to transition. So basically, WWE announces today that NXT Battleground will emanate from the UFC Apex in Las Vegas on Sunday, June 9th. That's where they host the Dana White Tuesday Night Contender Series, and they are fucking phenomenal. Those fights are phenomenal. They're great. For the most part, it's young talent coming in trying to fight their way into the UFC. Oh my goodness, sorry guys if I didn't see these here. We got a couple of super chats. Daniel Flores, what's up, man? We got to give you a round of applause. It's funny that Tony said he wouldn't, or he would be in a storyline as so F Uncle Dave Meltzer. Yeah. It's funny that Tony said he wouldn't be in a storyline or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Like, Tony, how long until he's got to Eric Bischoff himself? So they criticize Eric Bischoff and hate on that. Now he's on TV, and I appreciate the $5 super chat, and I appreciate you being here with us, Daniel Flores. And it fits into the Dave Meltzer dumb moment of the week because exactly, dude. Like Dave was saying, oh, Tony wouldn't do that. He just wouldn't do that. Now he's doing it. He's doing what he said he wouldn't do. So it's absolutely just silliness. And F Dave Meltzer, Unca Dave, exactly. I can't agree with you more, dude. That's why we do this. People are like, oh, Meltzer lying again, who cares? And it's like, dude, I'll never stop covering it. It's my favorite thing of all time. And then we got a $5 super chat. My fantasy mark booking. I got to give you an X-Files, Jimmy B. If you're fantasy mark booking, I got to give you an X-Files. But I want to see Lexus King join the Judgment Day whenever he gets called up. God damn. Now, what do you think, Jimmy B? Let me know in the chat. Do you think that Judgment Day should continue to be this group that's just ever evolving? And like it doesn't ever really break up and it just rotates because they've sort of established that like people can kind of come and go. So it would be cool if it was a faction like that. A lot of times, you know, these factions are, they're just like the core members. And then when they split, you know, but you could keep it going for a while. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Back to Dave Meltzer. So he's got something to say about this Apex show. He's going to fucking hate on it and go, and here, I had it pulled up. So Dave Meltzer goes, I have no idea why they're doing this. The Apex usually holds like 100 people for the UFC. I'm pretty sure it can hold like closer to 500, Dave. They've already proven they can draw 3,000 or 4,000 for these shows. So why go basically do an empty arena show? Dave, why don't you criticize AEW for doing basically an empty arena show or fucking Dynamite? Oh, they already proved they can do this. Well, because, Dave, WWE is going to do a residency, which Nick Khan's been talking about, in Vegas. So they're going to run. And do you think when they do their residency, it's going to be 4,000 people every night? Or do you think it's going to be like 1,000-seater room and they run it multiple times and NXT people can go shake their greenness and then main roster talent can show up there here and there and maybe we get like an untelevised little tear, but they're going to do a residency there, you dumb fuck. And they're fucking the same company as the UFC now. So what they're going to do is they're going to test this out. This is the beginning, the imprints of like, okay, our residency show might be where the NXT PLEs are from, or when we do like spring break-in or whatever the fuck they just Halloween Havoc, it'll be filmed out of, because the Apex has their own production TV studio and we're about to see them clear the octagon out, put the fucking ring in there, and we're about to see something that could potentially be really cool. And because, Dave, their attendance is so good, why don't you call AEW out for this shit, you fucking biased clown? Dude, they're gonna fill this room and they're going to show you studio wrestling, like what we've been saying AEW should be doing. Like the aesthetic of this Jacksonville show is really great. It was great. So why don't you encourage this, man? This is going to look great on TV. They're going to do really cool production stuff. And it fits the aesthetic of what we're used to. consuming when we watch NXT. You don't watch NXT, Dave Meltzer, because you're a fucking clown. God, I'm going hard on this guy today.
Dummy, yeah.
God, I'm going hard on this guy today. So, yeah, Dave Meltzer just really irking me with that one, man. And then, so while in the realm of WWE, though, Meltzer said what? Everybody go follow Meltzer said what? Brian Alvarez in 2019, who famously made Baron Corbin heat, quote, Baron Corbin heat, a thing, is now pretending that Jericho match had great heat. So Brian Alvarez, and this is sort of a transition WWE AEW stuff. The reaction when Corbin pins guys is hilarious. Just quiet murmuring. What awesome heat. Hashtag Survivor Series. Corbin pins Riddle. The entire match is being booked to piss people off. Hashtag Survivor Series. Right? So then Alvarez then talking about at Dynasty, where Jericho is getting chance of please retire. Jericho won the FTW title after hitting Hook with the bat. Crowd hated Jericho, and the match had great heat as a result, and they were furious when he beat Hook. No, dude, he had go away fucking... They were chanting, please retire, dude. So that's not like, again, he's just pointing out dummy Brian Alvarez cope. And speaking of which, before we fully transition in AEW, this is to piggyback off of that. According to Brian Alvarez at Wrestling Observer Live, there is zero evidence whatsoever that Jericho has go-away heat because of last Wednesday on Dynamite. His quarter hour increased 4K viewers plus 12K demo at the top of the 9 p.m. hour on the pay-per-view go-home show. If only WrestleNomics had charts to reference. Oh, they do. And then basically at Meltzer said what? I'm not going to break down these ratings. These are multiple weeks of quarter hours of Jericho. Like he's like, there's zero evidence ever that Jericho has go away heat. So not to mention they chanted, please retire at him. But then he's also in the quarter hours. You guys can go follow at Meltzer said what, and you guys can look at this. And it just, the quarter hours break down how people turn the TV off when Jericho comes around. And like Jake said earlier, he's an all-timer Mount Rushmore. Hey, for me too. But the thing is he's just, it's like he's got to go away for a while, you know, and he thinks sticking around is the right thing. Alvarez says, sorry, these were the, yeah, I'm going to get rid of that. I don't care about that. So, and then speaking of Brian Alvarez, because before we go into coping about Triple H and Ospreay, more of that, I know we're sick of it. But Brian Alvarez says Mercedes was shown backstage looking at the monitor while turned completely facing the camera, exactly like WWE made everyone do a decade ago. It's almost like this character is some sort of brilliant parody. Oh my God, Brian, they made fun of that in AEW forever. And then the Bucks started ironically doing it and we were laughing at it. But then AEW started doing it forever once former WWE production people came in, because when you understand why WWE does that shit, it's because, like, watch a fucking play. Now they do less of that, but it's called staging, and like you have to be facing the camera while facing this monitor with not having your back turned away. I know you guys don't understand that because the hard cam side is fucking empty. Phil is cooking. I'm fucking going right now, boy. I'm going. Hit that like in the chat if you hadn't. They just did their main show, whatever was tonight, in front of 2,000 people. Yeah, and we're not hating on that. Like, good, 2,000 people, but Scully Vibes, they paid people and we're doing big, like 50 ticket giveaways and shit. And they paid people to be in the crowd tonight. That's a fact, dude. So, who's worse? You'd have to analyze it. I'll analyze it another time. Right now, I ain't analyzing it, my friend, but I'm cooking right now. So, go check out Meltzer said what. He analyzes it for you, okay? He compiles the shit. I just react to it. But yeah, Alvarez being a dummy, he gets a dummy, and he's a part of this segment too. He's just, there might as well be Siamese fucking twins.
Dummy, yeah.
I couldn't find it. New soundboard still. So then Meltzer goes on to cope more. Little baby fucking Meltzy didn't have a Celtsy, and he's coping. Meltzer's coping, man. He believes Triple H blew it over not signing Will Ospreay. Those Triple H comments, they aged like milk. How milk? They aged like milk? Why milk? What do you mean, Meltzer? How? Ospreay hasn't done a fucking rating. He really thinks Danielson and Ospreay's like changed the universe of pro wrestling. No one remembers it except for Danielson got really hurt. People will be talking about Cody versus Roman for the next 20, 40 years, 50 years, 100 years. It'll be in the fucking then, now, forever packages. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Anyways, and also podcast comments, real TV comments. Dave Meltzer, you triggered, boy. Anyways, there's no way you can watch this guy and with any kind of straight face go like, oh, he's not good enough for us. His attitude isn't good enough. Yes, he can. It wasn't the attitude. He said, if you don't want to embrace the grind, then we don't want you here either. Otherwise, we'd give you a shitload more money if we thought you were worth it. Dave, you're coping, dude. You're coping. And he never said he's not good enough for him. He just said, we don't want you here if you don't want to embrace the grind. Look at how Dave Meltzer, this old senile prick, just misconstrued and fucking twisted this in his head. Look at this. God, you blew it. You didn't make him the better offer, and that's that. But then with Goldberg, it's just he's asking too much. Fucking cope. Chat, am I right? Am I right? Phil Marks is cooking. Let's fucking go. Daniel Flores. Also, F. Brian and Uncle Dave retire that Wood 5 stars. Hell yeah. We're hitting those. I'm cooking. Phil's cooking right now. Yeah, F them too. And like, I want them to keep making stuff. I'm never going to be like, thank you, Daniel Flores, for the $5 super chat. And I'm never going to be like, put them out of business. Nah, I want more and more of it. It's like Brendan Schaub. He just keeps making a goof of himself, and I'm here to just enjoy it and wish him the best and eat it all up. That's how it is with this with Dave, man. Just keep fucking botching, just spiral, stewed yourself, man. Just completely undid all of his credibility and unraveled it. Thank you so much, Daniel Flores. $5 just to say F Brian and Dave. It's better spent here on PWT. Okay, because you guys are going to see me at WrestleMania with a giant ass PWT sign. So it's better you guys are, if you're going to give anyone $12.99 chat, you give it to Phil Marks, not fucking Dave Meltzer. You know what I mean? Thank you so much for that. So yeah, just throw in a hissy fit, kicking the you blew it. You didn't make it. Blew what? Blew what? A great athletic competition. If Triple H went up to fucking Ricochet and Rollins and went, you guys know what to do. They'd do a match that could never be touched on. You know what I mean? They could do that tomorrow. They could do that on Raw. So that's not a metric of like, you can't, where's the success? Like, what did Ospreay do? Sell a bunch of shirts? Like, did he pop a rating for this Dynamite? Like, we're not, let Phil cook. Hell yeah. Thank you. So yeah, that's just goofery tomfoolery. Dave Meltzer goes on to say, Bryan Danielson versus Will Ospreay was the greatest pro wrestling match in United States history. In the United States of A. The US of A. Okay? The US of America. The greatest ever. Are you guys fucking joking me? Now, we can all have different subjective opinions at Pro Wrestle Times on X. Cook. Yeah, we're cooking. 7 stars in the Tokyo Dome. Goddamn. Here's the thing. Think about the matches we've seen on American soil. I called it out while live watching the fucking pay-per-view. It's 3 out of 5 stars. I'm so sorry. Like, let's think about it. I can't give it a star for build and storyline and meaningfulness and all of these things that matter. I can't give it a star for that whatsoever. And that's a huge part of it. You know? And then the work itself, I got to deduct a star because this wasn't either of these guys' even best matches, dude. truthfully, like athletically, it was really great and it was strong style and all of that. But like, who did this get over? What did this do? Just made Danielson look like he's hurting himself out there. And then you have Ospreay going, "Oh, bruv, my gimmick is I'm the best wrestler." But then you have such low in-ring IQ, you didn't realize when the guy's so injured that he can't, that he's shaking and shit. So what do we? It was a 3 out of 5. Like, this wasn't either of both of these guys' best match. They both botched things. I don't know, chat. I see the chat lighten up for this too. It's just the best match ever. Let's think about some of them, man. Fucking Hogan Rock at Mania is like one of the greatest matches of all time. Roman Cody just went down. God damn it, man. Like, this was a really good match, but of all time, like, dude, Kurt Angle's wrestled like Benoit and shit. You know what I mean? Think about the houses, like the big matches that have happened. I don't know, man. Like Punk, all of these people, like Randy Orton, you're gonna like above all of that. Now, was this was he couldn't do what they do. He doesn't need to do what they do. This is why Dave buried Trick Mello as well. Shout out fucking Trick Williams, NXT champion. Because he doesn't get it. Like, you don't need to, like, less is more if it means more if you tell the goddamn story. It's just, we don't have to even explain this stuff. We harp on it. Macho Steamboat. Yeah, if you want to bring it back, like Michael's Undertaker. Just go over the fucking list, dude. There's been so many. Like Austin Rock have been really great just matches when you look at the pacing and the psychology behind them and just think about a moment like when Sami Zayn wrestled fucking Johnny Knoxville. It was a bigger moment than this and in the annals of time of history. Granted, that's a silly comedy match, but it was like a moment. You know what I mean? I'm all about like moments, you know, shit that it's not all about just going viral, but like there was no story to this. This as a mark is one of my big dream matches, Danielson versus Ospreay. And it was just no real build, nothing came of it other than Danielson had a seizure, made people uncomfortable, which can be a plus or a minus, but the greatest wrestling match ever on American soil. Dude, a lot of people would take umbrage with that. Like Perk Angle was doing shit in TNA. That was like insane compared to as well, you know? And this for me too, just going off of being a fan of both of these guys, this wasn't either of their best works. This wasn't like this wasn't either of their best matches, in my opinion, either. Like that's the whole thing. It was botchy, spotty, psychology wise. I don't know. So yeah, Dave it's his boy right now. Ospreay's his new Omega, and Dave's just coping, seething. You are coping and seething. And he's just like really going through it, man, spiraling, just saying unrealistic things, you know. Like, was this even the best match on this card? I know Jim Cornette too put this match over, but I think Cornette's being too generous just because of, I don't know. It was a good match. I'm not even hating on 3's like excellent, you know. For me, like a 3-star, it's like excellent, you know. But like I have to point out the flaws in it because everyone's blowing this fucking match to death and it wasn't that goddamn good. So I sort of skipped over this and I didn't mean to, but Dave Meltzer on the WWE contract statuses of Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins, and Drew McIntyre. I didn't mean to skip over this one. So Dave says what I've been saying for a year. This whole year, everyone's Drew's leaving. Oh, wait till Tyler Black and Rebecca Quinn all elite confirmed for the last fucking year. PWT told you. Pack Perry, dirt sheets in the mud. Dave Meltzer on the WWE contract statuses of Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins, and Drew McIntyre. I don't anticipate them going anywhere, but I have not heard that they've signed new deals. Becky just won the championship, which was not planned because Rhea Ripley got hurt. But I have not heard of any of them signing. Now, people were saying Becky's going to take a break and then Rhea got her and she was, I don't think Becky wasn't taking a break. That's all bullshit. People who know her know that that's bullshit. And I'm telling you right here, that's all bullshit from the dirt sheets. Anyways, though, I know Drew had not signed as of a week ago. That's the last update I'd heard. You think Drew's leaving? He's about to get into a huge money match with CM Punk. Oh, yeah, let me just leave before then. I can't imagine him leaving before the Punk thing. Good, Dave. Smart, Dave. I mean, there's always a chance, but I don't anticipate it or anything. What all of these people are going to do, and WWE is going to let them do it because they've earned it. They're going to go talk to AEW, get Tony Khan's really big number. Then they're going to go back to WWE with the number. WWE will match it or perk them up or whatever. And then that will be that. And then, WWE is going to keep all these people. You can't at all think like just for their family, like Becky and Tyler Black, as the AEW guys like to call him, right? Seth Rollins. Yeah, let's just go back to the virtual fucking indies when I have crowds of 80,000 fucking, what was it at WrestleMania? 70,000 people singing his shit at WrestleMania. And this guy just won the world title and then is in a huge money match that doesn't even need a world title with CM Punk. But these dummies are even contemplating this. This is what drives me fucking insane with these dirt sheets, in my opinion. Well, this guy, in my opinion, but PWN, why? Are you insinuating, is this an AEW guy? Are you fucking insinuating that, like, it's like, dude, no, they're not leaving WWE. I'm telling you that right now. And Becky was never supposed to have time off. That was never supposed to happen. Guys, this was an eclectic edition of PWT Live Show. Thank you all so much. We went super long, almost 4 hours, because I just like hanging out with you bruvs so much. I just appreciate you all so much for tuning in. All the new members, all the old members, everybody's locked in. We're hanging out. We're having a good time. We're riding this wave together of, I don't know, just IWC, just coagulate people coming up with good shows. You got good pods everywhere, and it's not just listening to the old wrestlers, although we do respect them and we give them their flowers. There's something new and cool going on, and you guys are all a part of it if you're a part of PWT. And whether you agree with any thoughts on the show, whether you disagree with any thoughts on the show, I just appreciate you all being here, and that's what this is all about. We're just, at the end of the day, all marks talking about wrestling. Whether you guys are mad that I enjoyed the end of Dynamite or whether you're enjoying it with me, that's what it's all about ultimately at the end of the day. And I had just a fucking blast. And we're going to do this. I think we should Dynamite watch along every fucking Wednesday. I think it's the way to go. We have to next week now. They have me buzzing. They have me popping over the whole yeah, they're going to Scotland in June. He ain't going nowhere. Drew ain't going anywhere. Yeah, and then some chats here. Seth Rollins, double Tyler Black. Mark's call him Tyler Black comedy. Yeah, it is. I make the slip up sometimes. I ain't mad about it. Marvin just uploaded the new Headlock headlines. Yeah, he was stressing about getting that. People get after him. Where's the headlines? They stress out when he doesn't get them up there. And he told he probably would have popped in tonight, but he was like, I gotta fucking finish this thing. And I was like, yeah, no doubt. And I'll be on Toonie Talk next Tuesday as well. I have shit going on. But I will be on Toonie Talk next Tuesday. I promised last time I was like, I'll be on next Tuesday, and then just shit comes up, man. So I will be on next time on deck. I'll be a little late for it, but I'll be there. $2 super chat, Jimmy B. If Seth didn't leave in 2020, he ain't leaving now. A round of applause for Jimmy B. Yeah, no, he ain't leaving. That just is not happening. That is not happening whatsoever. And just his family, like they have a tour bus, they like live on it. They're going to just up and change their whole life just because more money. They have money. They don't need money. They have super Stardom and Legacy. Thank you so much. This was better than catching Dynamite clips on X. I wish I could play them or I'll get Don Stevens. But yeah, guys, I think we're going to do this every single Wednesday. We have to at least. And Winnipeg next Wednesday, I might attend the show. You should. I might make a trip as well. Who knows? But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. This is another eclectic of PWT episode of PWT Live Show. I'm talking really fast. I'm Red Bulled up. Thank you, Chris Benoit. Round of applause for him. You'll be seeing him more as we convert him into a pro wrestling fan, and he'll be here modding the chats and hanging out and talking with you guys. And in the Discord and all that. Make sure you check out the Discord because it's popping. And man, I just want to say thank you all so much. We're almost at 3,000 subs on Pro Wrestle Clips, and then we're working our way, trudging to like 700, 800, 1,000 on the other channel. And man, this is blowing up so fast, and I just want to keep bringing you guys more and more content, and I'm just happy to do it, and I'm glad I get to do it, and I just appreciate you all so much. I've been Phil Marks. You have been the Top Pod listeners. This has been the top live show in the land. Night Bruv, Savage Wrestling. We're gonna link up. I promise you. A brother needs some time though. And yeah, thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you in the Upside Down. Peace.